I could touch the ground. My future's covered in smoke, but my head is up in the clouds. And maybe this will all fade after one bad day, and I'll be okay. But my life is in the worst place, and I can't wait for heartbreak from my mistakes. I don't wanna burn these bridges anymore. It's easy to say things you don't mean when you're at war. I'm just too tired to fight, but there's an end in sight. Wave the white flag, I'm yours tonight. 'Cause my heart can't take these heights. I need your love with me for life. I need your love, I need your love with me for life. Sorry it ended this way. Sorry, I need your love with me for life. I'm sorry it ended this way. I know I made more mistakes. I need your love with me for life. Another trip around the sun. Another year of life is gone. I spend it mostly on the road. To find the place where I belong. I need a way back. I need a North Star to guide me. Show me what I can see. I need a way back. The peace of mind inside me. need a way back. I need a northern star to guide me. Show me what I can see. I need a way back home. The peace of mind inside me. Tell me what I could be. Show me what I can see. Tell me what I could be. I need a way back. I need a northern star to guide me. Show me what I can see.
Hi everyone. Hello. Hello. Okay. I had to move my shit around, so this is like wow, starting off with a curse. I need to slow down on my cursing. Okay, here we go. There we go. All right. Hello, folks. Hello. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. It is day 1 or day 2 of the new year. Forgive me. Day 2 of the new year. I hope everyone had a lovely last couple days, last couple holidays. Let us see here who we all have here today. We got a lot to talk about. Let me see who we have here. We got SoCal. Hello, SoCal. Hello, SoCal. Happy New Year to you as well, SoCal. Doug, we got Doug. Hello. Doug, Happy New Year to you as well. Let's see here. Matt Sci Guy. Hello. Happy New Year to you, Matt Sci Guy. And to you, Dolly Boy. Hello, Dolly Boy. And Diego, hello, Diego. Happy uh, Happy New Year. Angali Anderson, 3 mass shootings and over 42 dead from gun violence, and not even 48 hours into 2026. God bless America, Angali. Don't you love it? Don't you love our country? All right. Happy New Year. Okay. Sir Bartholomew, hello. Howdy, Sir Bartholomew. Happy New Year to you. Hello, Victoria. Happy New Year to you. Big Braden, hello. Happy New Year. Tarbin, hello. Happy New Year to you. God, I'm just gonna stop saying Happy New Year. You just automatically assume I'm saying Happy New Year to you if I say hello to you. Big Braden, I love Stranger Things, Big Braden. That's cool. Okay. Matt Sci Guy, Happy New Year to you as well, Jonas, and Happy New Year. Okay, hello, Jonas. All right, you guys. So there's actually some good news going on. All right. And we're going to talk about some good news. Of course, we can't, not everything is good news if you couldn't tell, but we do have some good news, and we're going to be talking about it a bit. I started pretty early today, partially so that we could watch now Mayor Mamdani's speech to because he is now officially mayor of New York City. I thought we could watch his sort of speech to kind of give us some inspiration. And that's why I'm starting so early, because we'll watch through that and then we'll get on to the regular stuff. So there's some other good news apart from that. And we're going to do a little review of 2025 through some photos. Okay. So it'll be fun. We'll have a grand old time, and then we'll watch some videos. We got a whole bunch. I got a little presentation for you about something. You know how it is. Just a little sampling of something, just to, for the sake of educational crap. All right. I also have some leftover pork that I'm eating. Of course they are, Big Braden. Of course they are. That's why, by the way, the name of this stream is New York Becomes Socialist Caliphate, because, there's a lot of talk of, this Muslims taking over, things like that. So if that's what a caliphate looks like, then please, I would love to be in a caliphate. All right. So let's see here. So let's begin. Let's open up. I'll do this first. Okay. Revolting against fascism. I love that, SoCal. I wish you should do You should, I know, right, Dolly Boy? You should, SoCal, you should make an album with casual revolt songs, community songs. That'd be kind of fun. All right. Hello, normalcy seeker. What's up, normalcy seeker? Okay. Happy New Year, normalcy seeker. All right. So, where's my face? Where's my goddamn face? Oh, yeah, of course, Big Braden. Okay. Now, all right. So let's get into it a bit here. The first thing we're going to look at is this. Look, I even have a little good news section. Look at this. Look at this. Aren't you all happy? Okay, maybe it's not all fully good news, but all right. I even have them listed here. So here's the first thing we're going to look at. I Mamdani is now the mayor of New York City. Um, I guess what's the term? Solidarity, comrades, power to the people, etc. And I got all teary eyed because the song that they played before. So Bernie Sanders spoke, AOC spoke. At least I think AOC spoke. I know Bernie Sanders spoke. And then before they started speaking, they played a very well-known socialist song. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open it up. I want you guys to hear the song they play, and then we're gonna watch. Okay, you'll hear. This is not it, by the way. All right. So we'll get to it. I don't want to move forward a bit here so we can hear it. Does anyone know the song Bread and Roses? Bread and Roses. Anyone here know the song Bread and Roses? Bread and Roses is a very, very important, especially English language socialist song. That women actually, it was actually originally socialist women who started singing it as sort of an anthem. The whole point of this song is socialist. It's bread and roses, as in we deserve dignity because we deserve roses, and we deserve the basic necessities to live, which is bread. And you can imagine socialist women marching through the streets singing this song, bread and roses, bread and roses. And they said it right. They sung the song right before Mamdani and Bernie Sanders spoke. Classic socialist song. So I wanted you all to hear it. This isn't it, by the way. You'll get to it here in a second. Here she comes. And I'm hoping you can hear the lyrics because the
Hello,
lyrics
New York.
are very socialist. Okay, anyway.
Happy New Year. As we go marching, marching.
As we go marching, marching. In the beauty of the day. A million darkened kitchens.
Sudden sun discloses for the people
hear us singing bread and roses, bread and roses.
As we go marching, marching, we battle
two for men. I'm sorry I keep pausing it, but you need to hear the lyrics, okay?
For they are women's children, and we mother them again. Our lives shall not be sweated from birth until life.
Our lives shall not be sweated from birth until life closes. As in, we're not going to work every single moment of our lives until we die.
Life closes, hearts starve as well as bodies. Give us bread, but give us roses. As we go marching, marching, unnumbered women dead go cry.
Okay, now this is kind of sad. It says, as we go marching, marching, a number of women dead because many have died fighting for these things.
Through our singing,
I do. Sorry.
call for bread, small
Mamdani looks so happy.
The rising of the women means the rising of the race. No more the drudge and idler tend that toil where one reposes, but a sharing of life's glories, bread and roses, bread and roses. Our lives shall not be sweated from birth until life closes. Hearts starve as well as bodies. Bread and roses,
Bread and roses, folks.
Thank you. Congratulations, Oran.
Okay. So come on, if that doesn't cheer you up a little bit, right? To hear, yeah, if we wins again, he's got to invite Rage Against the Machine or something. Oh, come on, Big Braden. This was good, okay? This is a classic Socialist song. Okay, yeah, I know it's so stupid, right? Did you guys hear that song? Like nothing Stalinist about that song, right? Nothing scary. It's like we just want dignity and we want to be able to survive, right? Okay. All right. Very classic song. So
that we
I'm going to skip that
country's
because I don't know
history.
if I'll get in trouble for that one. That's a Bob Dylan song. It's times we are changing. Okay, so now we'll go on. Now let's go on to what Bernie Sanders says.
For inviting
Of
me
course.
to what has been an extraordinarily moving and beautiful afternoon.
By the way, folks, he has already
and I'm here mostly
passed 5 executive
to
orders.
thank the
Okay.
people of New York City. At a time in our country's history when we are seeing too much hatred, too much divisiveness, and too much injustice, thank you for electing Zohran Mamdani as
All
your
right,
mayor.
SoCal.
New York, thank you for inspiring our nation. Thank you for giving
Yes,
us
in New York, the mayor can do some executive orders that he can do. He did some really good ones too.
from
so
coast
far.
to coast
We'll need to
the
see how much more
hope
he does.
and the vision that we can create government that works for all, not just the wealthy and the few. At a
Yes, I know I'm
moment
being a bit
when people in
optimistic.
America
I
and in
know.
fact
I'm just gonna
throughout
say
the
it.
world
I know.
are
But
losing faith
We
in
gotta
democracy.
take joy in the victories,
Over
right?
90,000 of you in this city volunteered for Zohran's campaign.
Priest,
You
real
knocked
fast
on
here.
doors.
Priest of Hiroshima, are you referring to Israel? Is that what you mean by that symbol? You saying Israeli or Israel demons or something like that?
You shared your dreams and your hopes for the future of this city. And in the process, you took on the Democratic establishment,
Yes.
the Republican establishment,
Yes.
the President of the United States,
Right, Dolly
and
Boy.
some enormously wealthy oligarchs. And
Yeah,
you
liberal.
defeated them in the biggest political upset in modern American history.
Nice.
You showed the world the most important lesson that can be learned today, and that is that when working people stand together, when we don't let them divide us up, there is nothing we cannot accomplish.
Right, folks?
Running a great and winning campaign was extremely difficult, but governing a city of 8 million people with all of its complexities and all of the problems that Zoran is inheriting will be even harder. Zoran needed your help to win the election. Now he will need your help to govern.
Yes.
Grassroots democracy and people participating in the day-to-day struggles of this city will lead to good governance. Please remain involved. You know, all of us have heard how Zoran's opponents have called the agenda that he campaigned on
Oh, I thought he said Iran's opponents, but okay, Zoran, excuse me.
radical.
Look at Ocasio-Cortez back here smiling and shit. This is cute. This is super cute.
Communistic.
Okay, well, let's not boo to that. Communistic is cool. Why don't we? Why can't we have a communistic New York anyway?
Oh, and absolutely unachievable. Really? That's not what we believe. In the richest country in the history of the world, making sure that people can live in affordable housing is not radical.
By the way, folks, for those who have just come in, I started off the stream we're going to watch some of Zoran's speech here and some of Bernie's speech. That's why I started so early. We will, yeah, Dolly Boy, we will, of course, go on to regular scheduled programming after this, but that's why I started early, just to let people know. If we get one super chat, I'll put on the hat. Excuse me. If I get 3, excuse me, caller. What was I going to do for 5? I don't think I even said it, did I? If we get to 5, I don't know, we'll play a game. Okay, if we get to 7, we'll do a Q&A. All right, we'll do that for now.
It is the right and decent thing to do. And in the midst of a massive housing crisis, it is exactly.
Sir Bartholomew, 1 second. Sir Bartholomew says, maybe it's because I have an outsider's view, but it's absolutely absurd the amount of people of trust the American people put in their politicians. It's infuriating that half the country thinks the other half is following the wrong leader. They are both two suits, two politicians whose literal job is to lie to the people. Just strange. I would have thought after seeing Trump use the whole "I'll fix everything if you vote for me" strategy, you'd be wary of those who try the same. So, Sir Bartholomew, of course, we are wary of it. However, Zoran Mamdani is a democratic socialist, and this is only a small city. He could actually accomplish quite a bit in a small city, or not a small city. It's a big city, but like in a city which is a small sort of thing. He could accomplish a bit, but it is still quite a hopeful thing that there are people that are willing to vote for a democratic socialist. But you're right. Overall, we need much bigger changes than what Zoran Mamdani offers. That being said, because we need him on a national level. That being said, I know you don't live in America, Sir Bartholomew, nor do you, Matt Saigai, but if you see the option as radical reforms through electoral politics versus violent revolution, which will result in the death of a lot of people and result in a lot of people who are exposed to being harmed to be harmed, you can see why people are at least looking for some hope and some happiness when they do see someone like Zoran Mamdani win. And I don't mean this to criticize you. I'm just saying it's a lot easier to say that from outside the country because you're not going to have to be the one who does the fighting, if you know what I mean. Oh, I got you, sir. Matt Saigai, forgive me. Okay. So, but if that were to happen, if there were to be violence, you see what I mean? But I understand what you mean, Sir Bartholomew. I do. Oh, okay. First, sure, Sir Bartholomew. Sure, I got you. Then that's fair. I shouldn't have been judgmental. You know I love you, Sir Bartholomew.
Exactly what the people of this city and this country want.
I will. One last thing, Sir Bartholomew. I will say this in defense of Bernie Sanders and Zohran Mamdani. We have never had Democratic Socialists in power in this country where they have a majority of the seats. So we don't really know what would happen if they were fully in power. They've always been in a minority, but I do get that. That's a problem because we need changes, and if they're never going to have power, I get that.
Want and need. Providing free and high-quality childcare is not radical. Countries all over the world have done it for years. It is what our kids require if they're going to be well prepared for school and what working parents desperately need. It is, in fact, what every city in America should be doing. Free bus transportation is not radical. It will save workers time and money, protect our environment, and make the city more efficient. And making sure that every family in the city, regardless of income, has access to decent, quality food at an affordable cost is not radical. Good nutrition keeps us healthy, helps prevent.
And guys, I do want to say, I want to defend Sir Bartholomew a bit here. I completely agree, right? But as a socialist, it does make me happy to see a socialist mayor winning in the largest city in the United States. And I think if, maybe it'll be an example for other people across the country. I don't know. But we definitely need major reforms. We also don't even know if he's going to do major reforms yet. Admittedly, I like the aesthetics of this. I got to be honest.
And chronic illnesses. In the long run, city-sponsored grocery stores will save society money.
Yes.
Lastly, and maybe most importantly, demanding that the wealthy and large corporations start paying their fair share of taxes.
Yeah, that's all right. But also, look at all the energy here. And I know this is New York City, so everyone is dying for reforms. All these people are very excited about reforms. Not everyone, because this is a crowd for Zohran, but...
As I was saying, demanding that the wealthy...
Look at all these extreme Muslim jihadis out here. Look at this. This is just, oh my God. Horrifying. Look, this is the Caliphate we've come to, folks. Look, it's an Islamic Caliphate in New York City.
And large corporations start paying their fair share of taxes. It's not radical. It is exactly the right thing to do. Today, while over 60% of our people in New York, people in Vermont, people all over this country are living paycheck to paycheck. We have more income and wealth inequality than we have ever had.
I know, right?
While tens of millions struggle to put food on the table, pay for health care, pay for housing, the top 1% have never, ever had it so good. And yet, there are billionaires and large corporations that pay almost nothing in taxes. That has got to end.
Right, Big Brain.
Will end. The billionaire class in this city and in this country have got to understand that in America, they cannot have it all. That America, our great country, must belong to
I could do without the patriotism, but what can I say?
all of us, not just a few. And that lesson begins today in New York City. Let me thank you all for the hope and inspiration that you are giving people all over this country. And now it is my honor.
Obayed Aryan, please tell me that you are not a Nazi, because you do have a. I do hope that. Who are you, Obayed Aryan? What is your What do you think is clowning about a title making a joke that New York City is a caliphate now? Because it's not a caliphate; it's a joke. Obayed Aryan. Do we want to take bets on whether? Please, and by the way, you can stand here, Obayed Aryan. I'm just curious. Do you guys want to take bets on whether Obayed Aryan is a racist because he has the word Aryan, or he actually thinks that he's like descended from Aryans or whatever? I'm just curious. Okay. Well, maybe we can't really take a bet. I'm not sure how to do a bet on that, but anyway. But let me know, Obayed Aryan.
To swear in your new mayor. Please repeat after me. I, Zohran Kwame Mamdani,
I, Zohran Kwame Mamdani,
do solemnly swear
that
I will support the Constitution of the United States,
I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of New York,
the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Charter of the City of New York,
and the Charter of the City of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
of the office of the Mayor of the City of New York,
of the office of the Mayor of the City of New York,
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Aw, but he already technically is mayor. Zia, thank you. Zia, are you still here, Zia? I love Mamdani. The title, maybe I should change the title of my stream. It's a joke. It is a joke because there are so many right-wingers saying that, okay, it is a joke because there are so many right-wingers claiming that Mamdani is horrible and that he's a terrorist, and it's a joke. I really like Mamdani. So Zia, if you think I'm actually don't like Mamdani, it's not. I do like Mamdani. But that is okay. All right. Yeah, I think people are missing the there you go, Magnamar. Yes, long live the revolution. Absolutely. Yeah, so folks, for if you're watching in here, okay. Okay. Oh, Bayed, you're so silly. So, Bayed, are you? I do. That's why I was saying, do you want to? People want to bet that Aryan is either the Nazi term or the ethnic term? Because yeah, I know it's a thing. So, would you explain to me, Bayed? Oh no, that's okay, Zia. It's no problem. I get it though. The title's misleading. So, I mean, Obayed Aryan, I mean, I'm pro Mamdani. I'm not sure what I'm not sure why you came in here and started criticizing me. And by the way, I've read plenty of books, Obayed Aryan. I can promise you that. But anyway. All right, here we go, folks. I know that side guy, and it kind of seems to be working a bit, doesn't it? By the way, Obayed, love the Persian people. You also got really great food over there, I got to tell you. More than just great food, but love the Persian people.
My fellow New Yorkers, today begins a new.
Obayed, that's fair. That's actually a fair critique, Obayed. I don't blame you for coming in here and thinking I hate Zohran Mamdani. I'm a socialist. I love Zohran Mamdani. It's a joke about that. But hey, you know, I'm actually trying to lure. I'm hopefully trying to get some right wingers in here. But okay, I totally, I get it, Obayed. I get it. I do get it.
New era. I stand before you, moved by the privilege of taking this sacred oath, humbled by the faith that you have placed in me, and honored to serve as either your 111th or 112th mayor of New York City.
And I will say one last thing, Obayed, forgive me if I implied you might be a Nazi. Please don't blame me. We get Nazis in the chat sometimes. So I was like, is this someone who's a Nazi or ethnically? Anyway, okay.
But I do not stand alone. I stand alongside you, the tens of thousands of you gathered here in Lower Manhattan, warmed against the January chill by the resurgent flame of hope. I stand alongside countless more New Yorkers watching from cramped kitchens in Flushing and barbershops in East New York, from cell phones propped against the dashboards of parked taxi cabs at LaGuardia, from hospitals in Mott Haven and libraries in El Barrio that have too long known only neglect. I stand alongside construction workers in steel-toed boots and halal cart vendors whose knees ache from working all day. I stand alongside neighbors who carry a plate of food to the elderly couple down the hall, those in a rush who still lift strangers' strollers up subway stairs.
Hello, Plant Sunshine.
And every person who makes the choice day after day, even when it feels impossible,
that might be a good
to call our city home.
That actually might be a good idea.
I stand alongside over 1 million New Yorkers who voted for this day nearly 2 months ago.
Hello, Plant Sunshine. Plant Sunshine, do you like the title of the stream?
And I stand just as resolutely alongside those who did not. I know there are some who view this administration with distrust or disdain, or who see politics as permanently broken. And while only action can change minds, I promise you this: if you are a New Yorker, I am your mayor.
Exactly. Hey, hey guys, you know, if this is Sharia law, then please, I want Sharia law everywhere, right? This is great. This is great. Thank you, Plant Sunshine. I thought you'd like it. All right.
Regardless of whether we agree, I will protect you, celebrate with you, mourn alongside you, and never, not for a second, hide from you.
It'd be nice. I would love some
I thank the labor and movement leaders here today, the activists and the elected officials who will return to fighting for New Yorkers the second this ceremony concludes, and the performers who have gifted us with their talent. Thank you to Governor Hochul. Thank you as well to Mayor Adams.
Okay, he's trying to, okay, guys, we can't be too hard on him for this. He's trying to mend bridges. Yes, Mayor Adams is horrible and corrupt. He's trying to be nice. Don't be too hard on him for this.
Timothy's son, a son of Brownsville who rose from washing dishes to the highest position in our city for being here as well. He and I have had our share.
Oh, look, he looks like he's about to cry. Aww. Oh, poor Mayor Adams. Everyone really sad for him. Look at that. Aww. Anyway.
Disagreements, but I will always be touched that he chose me as the mayoral candidate that he would most want to be trapped with on an elevator. Thank you to the two titans who, as an assembly member, I've had the privilege of being represented by in Congress, Nidia Velázquez and our incredible opening speaker, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. You have paved the way for this moment. Thank you to the man whose leadership I seek most to emulate, who I am so grateful to be sworn in by today, Senator Bernie Sanders.
Is that standard practice, you know, to dance to Hips Don't Lie for the first 5 minutes?
Thank you to my
morning?
teams, from the assembly to the campaign to the transition, and now the team I am so excited to lead from City Hall. Thank you to my parents, Mama and Baba, for raising me, for teaching me how to be in this world, and for having brought me to this city. Thank you to my family from Kampala to Delhi. And thank you to my wife, Rama.
He's crying. Aww.
For being my best friend and for always showing me the beauty in everyday things. And most of all, thank you to the people of New York.
Yes.
A moment like this comes rarely. Seldom do we hold such an opportunity to transform and reinvent. Rarer still is it the people themselves whose hands are the ones upon the levers of change. And yet we know that too often in our past, moments of great possibility have been promptly surrendered to small imagination and smaller ambition. What was promised was never pursued. What could have changed remained the same.
Indeed, Maroon.
For the New Yorkers most eager to see our city remade, the weight has only grown heavier. The wait has only grown longer. In writing this address, I have been told that this is the occasion to reset expectations. That I should use this opportunity to encourage the people of New York to ask for little and expect even less. I will do no such thing.
Good. Okay, guys, I think this is where he says the line that I want all of you to hear.
The only expectation I seek to reset is that of small expectations.
Plant Sunshine, I'm gay, and let me tell you, I also have a crush on Rama, okay?
Beginning today, we will govern expansively and audaciously. We may not always succeed, but never will we be accused of lacking the courage to try. To those who insist that the era of big government is over, hear me when I say this. No longer will City Hall hesitate to use its power to improve New Yorkers' lives. For too long, we have turned to the private sector for greatness while accepting mediocrity from those who serve the public. I cannot blame anyone who has come to question the role of government, whose faith in democracy has been eroded by decades of apathy. We will restore that trust by walking a different path. One where government is no longer solely the final recourse for those struggling. One where excellence is no longer the exception. We expect greatness from the cooks wielding 1,000 spices, from those who stride out on...
Well, I mean, it's the America, so you got to kind of seek out that food that has spice in it, don't you? And here in the Midwest, you know, greatness is like, you know, I don't know, getting a TV dinner. I don't know.
To our Broadway stages and from our starting point guard at Madison Square Garden. Let us demand the same from those who work in government. In a city where the mere names of our streets are associated with the innovation of the industries that call them home, we will make the word City Hall synonymous with both resolve and results. As we embark upon this work, let us advance a new question, a new answer to the question asked of every generation. Who does New York belong to? For much of our history, the response from City Hall has been simple. It belongs only to the wealthy and well-connected, those who never strain to capture the attention of those in power. Working people have reckoned with the consequences. Crowded classrooms and public housing developments where the elevators sit out of orders. Roads littered with potholes and buses that arrive half an hour late, if at all. Wages that do not rise and corporations that rip off consumers and employees alike.
It is,
and still, there have been brief, fleeting moments where the equation changed. 12 years ago, Bill de Blasio stood where I stand now as he promised to put an end to economic and social inequalities that divided our city into two. In 1990, David Dinkins swore the same oath I swore today, vowing to celebrate the gorgeous mosaic that is New York, where every one of us is deserving of a decent life.
As we all
and nearly
are,
6 decades before him,
on the planet.
Fiorella LaGuardia took office with the goal of building a city that was far greater and more beautiful for the hungry and the poor. Some of these mayors achieved more success than others, but they were unified by a shared belief that New York could belong to more than just a privileged few. It could belong to those who operate our subways and rake our parks, those who feed us biryani and beef patties.
Oh my God, yes, please.
Picanha and pastrami on rye.
Excuse me.
And they know that this belief could be made true if only government dared to work hardest for those who work hardest.
Yeah.
Over the years to come, my administration will resurrect that legacy. City Hall will deliver an agenda of safety, affordability, and abundance, where government looks and lives like the people it represents, never flinches in the fight against corporate greed, and refuses to cower before challenges that others have deemed too complicated. In so doing, we will provide our own answer to that age-old question: who does New York belong to? Well, my friends, we can look to Madiba and the South African Freedom Charter. New York belongs to all who live in it.
Yep.
Together, we will tell a new story of our
He's got all the good historical references, folks.
city. This will not be a tale of one city governed only by the 1%, nor will it be a tale of two cities, the rich versus the poor. It will be a tale of 8.5 million cities, each of them a New Yorker with hopes and fears, each a universe, each of them woven together. The authors of this story will speak Pashto and Mandarin, Yiddish and Creole.
Right, Dolly Boy, I agree. The
They will pray
cinematography
in
they're doing
mosques,
is
at
great.
shul, at church, at gurudwaras and mandirs and temples. And many will not pray at all.
Temples.
They will be Russian Jewish immigrants in Brighton Beach, Italians in Ross.
By the way, Jewish folks overwhelmingly voted for Mamdani. So for all the Zionists out there who are losing their goddamn minds and claiming that New York City has turned into an anti-Semitic hellhole, just remember that he got a majority of Jewish votes, okay? And yeah.
And Irish families in Woodhaven, many of whom came here with nothing but a dream of a better life, a dream which has withered away. They will be young people in cramped Marble Hill apartments where the walls shake when the subway passes. They will be black homeowners in St. Albans, whose homes represent a physical testament to triumph over decades of lesser paid.
Real fast, one of the first executive orders he signed was canceling a bunch of Mayor Adams' executive orders, including one that designated anti-Semitism as including anti-Israel speech. So Mayor Adams had passed a bill or had signed an executive order basically designating, I'm oversimplifying, designating one kind of anti-Semitic speech as being speech that is against Israel. And he, on day one now, has overturned that. I mean, that's, I love it.
Labor and redlining. They will be Palestinian New Yorkers in Bay Ridge, who will no longer have to contend with a politics that speaks of universalism and then makes them the exception.
Which, by the way, if you want to look at it from a right-wing perspective, he's very pro-freedom of speech. He's actually increasing free speech rights in New York City. Okay, that's what do you call that? If you getting rid of a definition that limits people's abilities to criticize a foreign government. All right. Okay, that's another stupid thing. The whole he hates Jews. I don't think the guy that hates Jews is going to be right. No, exactly, Sir Bartholomew. It's stupid. It's just, it's a Zionist talking point. That the fact that he's against the genocide that Israel is conducting, so I guess apparently he's anti-Jew. No, he's not anti-Jewish. Okay.
Few of these 8.5 million will fit into neat and easy boxes. Some will be voters from Hillside Avenue or Fordham Road who supported President Trump a year before they voted for me, tired of being failed by their party's establishment. The majority will not use the language that we often expect from those who wield influence. I welcome the change. For too long, those fluent in the good grammar of civility have deployed decorum to mask agendas of cruelty. Oh my
God, guys, he's saying it. I'm so glad. I'm so sick of the civility politics and the, criticizing people for civility while ignoring what they're saying as a way to hide, Like if you're mad because you don't have health care and you're debating someone, they're going to be like, oh, you're just not being civil. They're going to completely ignore your argument. He's going after civility politics. Oh, thank you.
Many of these people have been betrayed by the established order. But in our administration, their needs will be met. Their hopes and dreams and interests will be reflected transparently in government. They will shape our future. And if for too long these communities have existed as distinct from one another, we will draw this city closer together. We will replace the frigidity of rugged individualism with the warmth of collectivism.
Oh, did you hear that, guys? Oh, yay, collectivism, yay. That's exciting. Yay. Down with ridiculous rugged individualism. We need some more collectivism, okay? We need to help each other. We need to work together. All right?
If our campaign demonstrated that the people of New York yearn for solidarity, then let this government foster it. Because no matter what you eat, how you pray, or where you come from, the words that most define us are the two we all share: New Yorkers. And it will be New Yorkers who reform a long broken property tax system. New Yorkers who will create a new Department of Community Safety that will tackle the mental health crisis and let the police focus on the job they signed up to do. New Yorkers who will take on the bad landlords who mistreat their tenants and free small business.
He's already started doing that, by the way. That's another one of the executive orders, is to rush through a bunch of cases against landlords that have been stalled. Okay, David, welcome, David. You do what, David? You do what? Excuse me. I agree, David, 100%. I'm a democratic socialist, David. So yeah, I totally agree. Okay, absolutely.
Business owners from the shackles of bloated bureaucracy. And I am proud to be one of...
Yep, you're right. Also, he unbanned BDS immediately, the boycott and divest movement. Agreed, David. We need enough of toxic capitalism, really. It's destroying everything. I mean, the reason Trump's in power is because of toxic... I can talk about all... Like, I'm so glad he's being honest now. You know, while he was running, he wasn't being as open about his beliefs, understandably, but now he's just saying it, and I'm very glad about that.
Those New Yorkers. When we won the primary last June, there were many who said these aspirations and those who held them had come out of nowhere. Yet one man's nowhere is another man's somewhere. This movement came out of 8.5 million somewheres. Taxi cab depots and Amazon warehouses, DSA meetings and curbside domino games. The powers that be had looked away.
Mithril, I actually used to call myself an anarcho-syndicalist. I really did. I kind of changed a bit over time, but I used to call myself an anarcho-syndicalist.
Away from these places for quite some time if they'd known about them at all. So they dismissed them.
Oh, David, David, you're in the right community. Do we all agree in this community that the Democrats are horrifically corrupted too? Yeah, we don't like the Democrats in here either, David. Everyone is beholden to the bourgeois, the upper class, the wealthiest among us. Our system is based off bribery and corruption. They're destroying the country, 100%, David. I oftentimes just mention Trump because he's the one currently as president, but yeah, I mean all of it. We need to get rid of all that crap, okay?
As nowhere, but in our city, where every corner of these 5 boroughs holds power, there is no nowhere, and there is no one. There is only New York, and there are only New Yorkers. 8.5 million New Yorkers will speak this new era into existence. It will be loud. It will be different. It will feel like the New York we love.
Oh my
no
God,
matter how long you have called this city home,
after this?
that love has shaped your life. I know that it has shaped mine. This is the city where I set land speed records on my Razor scooter at the age of 12. Quickest 4 blocks of my life. The city where I ate powdered donuts at half-times during AYSO soccer games and realized I probably was not going to be going pro.
He's turning New York into a Caliphate.
The city where I devoured 2 big slices at Coronet's Pizza, played cricket with my friends at Ferry Point Park, and took the 1 train to the BX10 only to still show up late to Bronx Science. The city where I have gone on hunger strike just outside these gates.
How you doing, Moz? Welcome to the chat, Moz.
Sat claustrophobic on a stalled N train just after Atlantic Avenue and waited in quiet terror for my father to emerge from 26 Federal Plaza. The city where I took a beautiful woman named Rama to McCarran Park on our first date and swore a different oath to become an American citizen on Pearl Street. To live in New York, to love New York, is to know that we are the stewards of something
Moz,
without equal in our world. Where else can you hear the sound of the steel pan, savor the smell of sancocho, and pay $9 for coffee on the same block? Where else could a Muslim kid like me grow up eating bagels and lox every Sunday?
Yes, please. I'm okay with bagels and lox. They're not bad. I don't know. It could be better. Bagels and lox could taste better. They taste pretty good. I guess it depends on the. I'm sorry, I'm talking too much about bagels and lox, but okay.
That love will be our guide as we pursue our agenda.
Yeah, it's smoked salmon, Sir Bartholomew. It's smoked salmon. It's a Jewish thing. It's smoked salmon on top of a bagel. You can also add things like cream cheese and stuff. It's pretty good, but you know, it depends.
Here,
yeah,
where the language of the New Deal was born, we will return the vast resources of this city to the workers who call it home. Not only will we make it possible for every New Yorker to afford a life they love once again, we will overcome the isolation that too many feel and connect the people of this city to one another. The cost of childcare will no longer discourage young adults from starting a family. Because we will deliver universal childcare for
David, join the club. Trust me. I would go to Europe if I could, right? I'd go to Norway or Sweden or France, wherever it may be. Yeah. I am so sorry, David, that you have to deal with that. I'm so sorry we live in a horrific, barbaric society that does that to people. Okay? America is a scam. The whole thing is based off. Yeah. Okay. You're in the right place, David. Let's put it that way.
Many by taxing the wealthiest few. Those in rent-stabilized homes will no longer dread the latest rent hike because we will freeze the rent.
Ah, yes.
Getting on a bus without worrying about a fare hike or whether you'll be able to get to your destination on time will no longer be deemed a small miracle because we will make those buses fast and free.
Yes.
These policies are not simply about the costs we make free, but the...
I am curious how he's going to do that. I'm not saying he won't, but how do you speed up the buses? I know SoCal mentioned earlier that just having more buses won't do it. I'm just curious, does anyone know what the logistics of that would look like? Like, what's a good way to speed up the buses, apart from like having more of them and having them free and things like that?
Lives we fill with freedom.
Because you would have to get more of the cars off the road, right? Does he have any? Does anyone know if he's said what he's going to do to get, I guess, some of the cars off the road?
For too long and now,
David, I know you live in New York. Maybe you can tell me. Maybe SoCal. I know SoCal. You used to live in New York.
Our city, freedom has belonged only to those who can afford to buy it. Our city hall will change that. These promises carried our movement to City Hall. And they will carry us from the rallying cries of a campaign to the realities of a new era in politics. 2 Sundays ago, as snow softly fell, I spent 12 hours at the Museum of the Moving Image in Astoria, listening to New Yorkers from every borough as they told me about the city that is theirs. We discussed construction hours on the Van Wyck Expressway and EBT eligibility, affordable housing for artists and ICE raids. I spoke to a man named TJ who said that one day a few years ago, his heart broke as he realized that he would never get ahead here, no matter how hard he worked. I spoke to a Pakistani auntie named Samina, who told me that this movement had fostered something too rare, softness in people's hearts.
Aw.
As she said to me in Urdu,
Guess the assumption would be you can
Logo
make
ke
us
dil badal gaye
cheaper,
hain.
more accessible, and well-connected. Those on cars take public
142 New
you know what, Matt
Yorkers
Sligo,
out of
that's a good point.
8.5 million. And yet,
Trump failed. You could change
if
it to
anything
structure unit.
united
that
each
also makes
person
sense.
sitting
Trump failed.
across from me, it was the shared recognition that this moment demands a new politics and a new approach to power. We will deliver nothing less as we work each day to make this city belong to more of its people than it did
Agreed,
the day
Mithril.
before.
I think Zoran might be Spider-Man.
Here is what
Mithril.
I want you to expect from the administration that this morning moved into the building behind me. We will transform the culture of City Hall from one of no to one of how.
Yes.
We will answer to all New Yorkers, not to any billionaire or oligarch who thinks they can buy our democracy.
Oh, it's what's her face? What's her face? That one lady. Oh, damn it! What's her name? Susan Sarandon. Susan Sarandon, that the right wing hates. Susan Sarandon. I don't know. Is she a socialist or is she more of a lib? Well, regardless, she supports good causes. Okay, whatever. I think she does. Don't quote me.
We will govern without shame and insecurity, making no apology for what we believe. I was elected as a democratic socialist, and I will govern as a democratic socialist.
Really? Did you guys hear that? I was elected as a democratic socialist, and I will govern as a democratic socialist. Love it. Robert, thank you. Thank you, Vinegar. So she's probably left-leaning lib. I got you, Vinegar. And Robert, you said no fares makes a stop. Hey, that's fair. That makes sense, actually. Yeah. Oh, look, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
I will not abandon my principles for fear of being deemed radical. As the great Senator...
Oh, that's so true, Robert. You're right. Because then they would just... So that would generally itself reduce the number of... Okay. That's fair. I should have thought about it more, but you're right. Okay.
from Vermont once
You're all right. As an I probably, yeah. Thank you all for telling me. I wasn't sure.
said, what's radical is a system which gives so much to so few and denies so many people the basic necessities of life. We will strive each day to ensure that no New Yorker is priced out of any one of those basic necessities.
Look at him. Look at little Bernie. Sorry, I'll stop.
And throughout it all, we will, in the words of Jason Terrence Phillips, better known as Jadakiss or Jay to the moi, be outside. Because this is a government of New York, by New York, and for New York.
I agree, Trumpdale. $30 an hour would be much better.
Before I end, I want to ask all of you, if you are able, whether you are here today or anywhere watching, to stand with me. I ask you to stand with us now and every day that follows. City Hall will not be able to deliver on our own.
I get it, Mayflower. Welcome back,
and
Mayflower
while we
kid.
will encourage New Yorkers to demand more from those with the great privilege of serving them, we will encourage you to demand more of yourselves as well. The movement we began over a year ago did not end with our election. It will not end this afternoon. It lives on with every battle we will fight together.
Yes.
Every blizzard and flood we withstand together. Every moment of fiscal challenge we overcome with ambition, not austerity, together.
Yes.
Every way we pursue change in working people's interests rather than at their expense, together. No longer will we treat victory as an invitation to turn off the news. From today onwards, we will understand victory very simply.
We need revolutionary
something with
folks.
The power to transform lives. And something that demands effort from each of us every single day.
Hey, Jay Shadow.
What we achieve together will reach across the 5 boroughs, and it will resonate far beyond. There are many who will be watching.
Guys, it is not just enough to make people upset enough to change things, you also need to give them a positive goal to reach for. That's called revolutionary optimism. Every successful revolution, every successful major change in society has required a sense of revolutionary optimism where you have this optimistic view of a better society in the future that you're reaching towards. So I'm glad that he's saying this.
They want to know if the left can govern. They want to know if the struggles that afflict them can be solved. They want to know if it is right to hope again. So standing together with the wind of purpose at our backs, we will do something that New Yorkers do better than anyone else. We will set an example for the world.
Yes. Do it, Zoran.
If what Sinatra said is true, let us prove that anyone can make it in New York and anywhere else too. Let us prove that when a city belongs to the people, there is no need too small to be met, no person too sick to be made healthy, no one too alone to feel like New York is their home.
We need a wind of purpose at our back.
The work continues.
We're almost done here, folks. And we'll move on to the rest of the stream here.
The work, my friends, has only just begun. Yes. Thank you.
Okay, guys. Oh, I love this man. He's so attractive also. Anyway, so, yeah, Sir Bartholomew, I agree with you, okay? So I do hope he's already done 5 executive orders and done some very important things with his executive orders. Hopefully he keeps doing that. Guys, if we get 2 more super chats, I will put on the jester collar. If we get to 5, we'll do a Q&A. If we get to 7, we'll play a game. If we get to 10, I'll stream for an extra 30 minutes. So, guys, this was some of the good news I was talking about. We do now have a Democratic Socialist mayor in New York City. We will see. He has not had enough time yet for us to be sure if he will follow through on it. I suspect he will, but I mean, I hope he will. Let's put it that way. I hope he will. I don't want to be overly hopeful. And it is only one city in America. Oh, either one, Sir Bartholomew. Technically, bits is better, Sir Bartholomew, because if you send me, for those over on Twitch, if you send bits, that's actually better. I think I get a larger percentage of that. I think I could be wrong, or about the same. Regardless, okay. So this is some good news we have. He already has passed 5 different. He's gotten rid of. He's passed 5 executive orders. One of them canceled Mayor Adams' prior executive orders, including one that designated basically anti-Israel speech as being anti-Semitic speech, which is very stupid. That was something he passed. So he got rid of that one. He also got rid of the ban on boycott, divest, and sanctions from Israel, which is great. He already began a process of counting all the housing in New York, essentially, and determining how much more housing would be needed and determining where to build new housing. He also is trying to speed up the basically prosecution of landlords who have been breaking the law and violating their tenants' rights. Now, I'm oversimplifying on these things. I'm giving you sort of a general outline. I would recommend you look up these things specifically, but those are some of the things he's already done just in the last few hours, the last few days, okay? Thank you, Jay Shadow. Thank you very much. If we get one more, folks, I will put on the jester collar. All right. So this just something, and now that we're going into 2020, now that we're in 2026, something to keep an eye out on. Let's see what Zoran's doing, all right? And maybe he might give us an example. And folks, if he's really successful, I know I'm being optimistic here, but if he's very successful with what he's doing, it might serve to inspire other lefties in other cities to run and get into office. Because people will see it working and doing well, and then they'll be inspired to vote for those lefties. Okay, I know I'm being overly optimistic, but we'll see what happens. Okay? We'll see what happens. All right, you guys. So, for those that are watching now, please like the stream if you haven't already. It'll help get more people in here. I don't think we have... Do we have many likes on the stream right now? Oh... Oh, I don't know. I can't see how many we have. But if you guys don't mind liking the stream, if you haven't already, it's something you can do that's easy and helps me out. If you like what you're watching here, you can become a member for as little as 99 cents a month on YouTube. And you get access to cute little jester hat. Only 99 cents, by the way. Only 99 cents a month. You get access to cute little jester emojis and a jester hat next to your name. If you go to, you can also join me on Twitch and subscribe over there using Amazon Prime for free. You can find the link to Twitch in the description in the video. All right. And you can send me super chats or bits. All right. Okay. That's so stupid, Matt Saigai. By the way, guys, so Matt Saigai says some people are shitting on Rama for wearing fancy boots. Like, WTF? If she got the money, she wears what she wants. Yeah. And I will say this. People conflate a lot of the times personal property with private property, right? Like, well, this depends. It depends. Sir Bartholomew, thank you very much, Sir Bartholomew. Really, okay, that gives us enough to put on the jester collar. Thank you, Sir Bartholomew. Guys, like, if I got this might sound stupid, but in my genuine socialist society, I would want everyone to be wearing the most fashionable clothing, looking great all the time, because everyone would have the money to do it. Okay, everyone would be able to dress how they want. Everyone would be able to afford nice clothing. Okay. So I mean, hey, if you want to view it that way. Now I know we're living in an unequal society, so I can see why some people might criticize her for that. I don't really care. I don't care that she dresses nicely, but okay. All right. So yeah. Oh, absolutely, Jay Shadow. Socialism does not equal poverty. Okay, it means that everyone has a decent standard of living. Yeah. You're also. It's like if you're a socialist or communist, you need to be dirt poor. Exactly. That's not how it works, guys. In socialist society, especially in like the wealthiest country in the world, like the United States, or I should say, one of the top wealthiest countries. In a socialist society here, right? People are gonna basically be middle class under a socialist society. You'll be able to afford a lot more stuff. You see what I mean? So socialism means prosperity for all. It doesn't mean poverty for all. We get this idea of like, you know, the Soviet Union or China or whatever. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Most of the well-known socialist communists weren't dirt poor. Anyway, so I think most socialists want abundance for everyone. Okay. I know it is, Jay Shadow. It totally is. It's really stupid having to explain it all. All right, you guys. So if we get two more, we'll do a Q&A. All right. So we need Shakira Law. Yeah. Jeddah Fakey. Yeah, we need Shakira Law. I would love Shakira Law, right? We need if this is what the Caliphate looks like, please let's have the Caliphate everywhere, right? Okay. I don't know. Where is Blob Mayflower Kid? I don't know. Okay, guys. So uh yeah, hips don't lie. No. All right, guys. So let's move on with the stream, shall we? Let's move on with the stream. So there's some good news. You all know. So for those that are new in here, we'll start the real part of the stream now. This was sort of a beginning part. I started super early just so I could watch that with all of you. For anyone who wanted to watch it, now we'll get into the regular stream shit. Okay. So I do have a brief presentation here for you guys on something, and then we will do kind of the other stuff we normally do. And there's some good news. We have there. That's not the only good news. Zoran finally being in charge is somewhat good news, right? So let's move on now to the next thing we're going to talk about. First of all, we're gonna have some new goals. I have some goals for the year, and I wanted to share it all with you because I'm trying to make this as much of a collectivist enterprise as possible. Given that without sharing money at right now because I'm poor, and then of course eventually we'll share money, etc. But okay. I did make you a presentation, Mayflower, but so I'm just letting you know what my goals are for the year, and there's not many. Don't worry, this will be quick. Okay, I want to improve live stream quality visually and auditorily. I want to perfect the structure of the live streams, and I also want to clip live streams and upload those to YouTube. Okay, Mayflower Kid, I'm almost done here. Okay, and then at least 2 dad videos per month, and then if you have any suggestions for what we could do for the rest of the year, let me know. Send me a message in Discord. Okay, so and you can find the Discord link in the underneath the video. It should work. I hope it works. Sometimes it doesn't work. If it doesn't work, let me know. I will send it again. Okay, now moving on. Let's go on to our little presentation today, shall we? Let's go on to our little presentation today. So, we're going to talk about something briefly here, and this is going to be a short one before we get on to more of the interesting stuff. I think this is interesting, though. Let's talk about the veil of ignorance. We could do, yeah, Mayflower Kid. We could absolutely do new games. We're going to talk very briefly about something called. Oh yeah, Trump failed. We're definitely going to do debates over on Discord. We could perhaps do them on stream. I'm not a big fan of like debating people on stream. I just don't see much of the value of debates. But yes, maybe off stream we could do it. No, great goal. No more some nights streams. SoCal, how dare you? I've only played that song twice, SoCal. Okay, only twice. All right. Yes, I'll collab with and I've sent messages to bigger streamers, Matt. It's like none of them have returned my message yet. Sir Bartholomew, I could totally. How would I do that? How would I make a wish list? Would I have to do it on Amazon, or you know what? That'd be immoral. But I get. Well, no, it wouldn't be immoral. I could do. I could make a wish list on the Discord server. Okay, you're right, Antifa. I could do a recorded debate. I could do a. I could make a wish list. You know what? How about this? You're not the first one, Sir Bartholomew, that asked me about a wish list. So I will. How about this? I will make a wish list and I'll post it on the Discord. Okay. Does that make sense? Okay. I will do that. I will do that. How dare you, SoCal? All right. Oh, Doug, I haven't reached out to Dan McClellan yet. I'll do that. Okay. I will reach out to Dan McClellan. I keep forgetting about that. All right, you guys. So I will make a wish list and put it on the Discord if anyone wants to help me get these things that I need. Okay. I feel bad. I feel bad doing it, but if you're asking, I'll do it. Okay. I know, Mayflower Kid. I want to fight you, Mayflower Kid. All right. So let's talk really fast here, folks, about the veil of ignorance. The veil of ignorance. Now, the veil of ignorance is we're going to do basically what is it called? A thought experiment. We're going to be doing a thought experiment together here for a second. This is a philosophical idea, the veil of ignorance. It was the guy who came up with it is John Rawls, right? Ooh, John Rawls. Now, he was alive from 1921 to 2002. He was a liberal. He was one of the primary philosophical predecessors of liberalism, or I should say not predecessors, but one of the main liberal philosophers, okay? Now, I know a lot of us turn off our ears when we hear liberal. I am not going into all that he said. I'm talking about one thing he talked about that I think is very useful, okay? So, all right, let's talk about John Rawls' veil of ignorance. So, let's do an experiment, shall we? Let's do an experiment, a thought experiment. And this kind of goes into what we were talking about with Mamdani. By the way, I'm getting really hot. I'm going to take off my sweatshirt. Yes, I'm stripping. So for all you degenerates out there, I guess, I don't know, pull out the Vaseline or whatever. Okay, anyway, I'm sorry, that was really gross. I apologize. That was really disgusting. I shouldn't have made that joke. Okay. All right. So I don't think that's like using. So let's do this thought experiment after I do this. Hello, AMA. Welcome, AMA. You came in at an awkward time. All right. Jesus. Oh, I'm hot. Okay. Stripping. I mean, you're all degenerates. Okay. Going back to what I was saying. All right. Oh, well, there you go, Mayflower Kid. All right. Oh, I don't have my lucky necklace on. I need to put on the necklace. Okay, so let's do this thought experiment, shall we? Shall we? Let's have a goal. Our goal together in our group that we're in right now is to create a perfect society, a society or the best society we can, the most just, the most fair, the society that is best for human beings. All right. Sorry, this necklace is not going on. I'm an atheist, but I still have to have my superstitions, right? It's good for your humanness. Oh, I know you wish, Mayflower Kid. You wish I would take off the shirt. Okay. All right. God damn it. You know what? That's okay. You know what? I'll just put this on. We're talking. So, yes, Matt, guys, we're going to talk about that. The child fraud, the child care fraud thing being debunked. So, what would that society look like? All right. What would that society look like that we want to invent as a group? Okay. If we could decide as a group that we wanted to make a whole new society, how would we structure it? This is called, according to Rawls, the original position. If you could rationally construct your own society and live in it, what would you make that society look like? Now, here are some rules, however. Here are some rules, right? And these are very important. This is the veil of ignorance part of the veil of ignorance. Here are the rules. Okay. You do so because we're all going to be born into this society. Okay. We're imagining that we're creating a society that we're all going to be born into. You do not get to choose your position. Okay. So you don't get to choose what class you have. You don't get to choose your position in society. Nothing like that. You just get born into it, and you could be the poorest person or the wealthiest person. It's all by chance. You do not choose the traits you're born with. Okay, so you might be born with a disability. You might be born with a mental health condition. You might be born as the most beautiful person in the country. You see what I mean? You don't choose what traits you're born with. You do not choose who your parents or caregivers are. You know, you're being born. It's not like you chose to be born to certain people, okay, or to born in a certain situation if you don't have parents, or if you whatever it may be, you don't get to choose. You don't get to choose that, and you do not get to choose the physical location you're born in, or where you live, or anything like that in that society. All right. By the way, this is just reality for all of us. Did any of us choose to be born? Did any of us choose what position we were born into in society? Did any of us choose the traits we were born with? Did any of us choose who our parents are? Did any of us choose the physical location we were born into? Okay. You see what I mean? So this is called the veil of ignorance. So if you think of it that way, if you think of this as you can measure how just a society is if you measure a society based off how you feel it would be if you did not choose any of these things when you were born into it. Okay. So think about that. If I were to not consider that I was any other person, I might make a society that's beneficial to my position in society. But if we think about society as being sort of random in terms of what position we're born into, we probably could create a lot different and better society, right? So, what do we think here? What do you, using the veil of ignorance, so assuming that we don't know what position we're born into, do you think we would construct a better society? Like, what kind of things would you guys want to see in a society that you were born into if there was a veil of ignorance about what position you'd be born into? What do we got here? Someone tell me while I try to put on this necklace again. Someone tell me some ideas you might have. I think I saw Matt Saigai say no hierarchies. Absolutely. No hierarchies, right? That'd be a big one, I'd think. You wouldn't want there to be a particular hierarchy. Okay. What else? No one dies of hunger. There you go, Matt Saigai. People have what they need to survive, right? Because you're not choosing if you're born to a poor family or a rich family. So, you see what I mean? Woman, all powers of now, Mayflower Kid. That is fair, but you can still say this, Mayflower Kid. But remember, you don't know if you're going to be born as a man or a woman. You see what I mean? You don't know if you're going to be born as a man or a woman. And extractive hypercapitalism, right? Because that'll definitely be bad for some. Okay, some people. Misandry only, no misogyny. Oh, Doug, you're funny. Okay. So, you see what I mean here? All right. If we start looking at the world as it actually is, which is that you do not choose where you're born into society, no exploitative work, right? You could be born as a worker who is exploited. So why would you want to make a society where you could be exploited? Okay. I want to be born as a man with a woman. But hey, that's okay, Dolly boy. If that's what you want, I'm just making sure we're following the rules here. And if you think it'd be better with a woman in power, that's how that works. Okay. J Shadow, do you have an IG when it's a new clip so from something I only have video through? Yes. So J Shadow, underneath the video, there should be a link to my Instagram, I believe, in the description. Okay. So that is the veil of ignorance. Rawls, there you go, Mayflower Kid. You'd want to be able to be educated, right? Regardless of where you're born in the society. So Rawls' whole pausing these questions I'm asking you, Rawls' whole idea here is that that's the veil of ignorance. You can better understand society, how to create a good society if you examine societies through a veil of ignorance. Pretend that you don't know what position you're being born into in that society. Then you have a more non-biased way of approaching it. And if we believe that human beings are fundamentally equal to each other in terms of equally valuable. I'm not saying everyone is the same. I'm saying people are equally valuable. Then that's the way you should construct the society, assuming that you can be born as any human in that society, right? Okay. So that brings us to this. No guns. There you go, Mayflower Kid, right? Because by the way, if no gender conformations, absolutely Mad Sci Guy, okay? You could you could have a gender abolished society. Do you see what I mean? I think this is one of the most useful ways to think of the world, to analyze it and to make moral judgments about it is to use a veil of ignorance. Pretend that you have been born into a society without knowing what position you're born into. Would you be okay with that? Or would you want that society to be different? Okay. So you can also use this model to sort of, and I'm not going to, you don't have to say your answers out loud here, right? No forms of discrimination. There you go, Matt Saigai. You don't need to say your answers out loud here, but you can use Rawls' model to sort of rank various societies and to sort of, now, obviously, he is kind of he was a liberal, so he kind of had a biased ranking here, but this is still an interesting thing to do. A visual of our new, I wish, Mayflower Kid. So, and folks, remember, uh, we are including historical factors in this, right? Okay, so I know, Dolly Boy. So we could sort of look at what societies are better or that we think are closer to that state of morality by looking at what societies we would be most okay with being born into, knowing these things. All right. So, for example, China, Norway, India, USA, UK, Russia. Using the veil of ignorance, not knowing what position you'd be born into in any given society, how would you rank these countries in terms of where you'd want to be born? And how just you think they are? How good they are for their populations, et cetera? Or how not how good they are for their populations, but how just they are, et cetera. You see what I mean? Okay. So, like, I, for one, would not choose the United States, right? I'd probably say Norway or, yeah, Norway would probably be my number one choice. China, honestly, might be number two for me. Well, maybe not. Maybe not China. I'm just saying that because most people who are born into China, well, maybe not China. I take that back. I don't know. I'd have to think more about it. But there you go, turf hellhole, right? And so remember, if we don't know what position we'd be born into, because you could be born, for example, in the UK, imagine you're born as a trans person into the UK or a trans working class person, okay? Or you're born into Russia, UK, you see what I mean? Like watching your New York City and me, like watching your neighbor get a free car or some shit. Congrats, I guess. What do you mean dead inside? I'm sorry. I'm not sure what you mean. Forgive me. So, and these are just random ones I picked. But like you can see here how if you use the veil of ignorance, it suddenly becomes more clear where things need to change in certain places, because obviously there is no actual veil of ignorance. People don't actually, you can't. People are born into these societies and they don't get to choose their positions. So, and again, for example, I think this is sort of unfair, like because India, China, and Russia, not as much, but both experience colonization, and so you can see how there are factors that contributed to these things, but it doesn't change the fact. And this is where I think that Rawls kind of was libbed up in that he didn't really talk much about colonialism or anything when it comes to ranking these things. But if we look at societies just as they are, you can kind of see where society should aim. You see what I mean? Right, Aiden. That's awful. That is awful, Aiden. Jesus. Okay. I do not want Gavin Newsom. I'd lose my mind. I'd lose my goddamn mind if we got Gavin Newsom. Um. Okay. So can I send the links in Twitch? Yeah, yeah, I can do that. So guys, let me in Twitch here. You mean oh yeah, let me send the links here. So folks, here is a link to our Discord server. Please join our Discord if you haven't already. We have a great growing community on there. After never generated like okay. So here we go. I'm just gonna post this on both of them. There we go. Okay. So there you go. So if you please join our Discord, I just posted the link, guys. So all right. Okay, judge the Epstein files, bro. Oh, gladly, shop, shop, shop. I hate the Epstein files. You know, they're very bad. Shop, shop, shop. Oh, do you think? Um, oh, shop, shop, shop. Do you think I am against Mamdani? Is that why you're saying that? Because I love Mamdani. I love Mamdani. But the reason this is titled the way it is, the reason that this is titled the way it is because I'm making fun of right wingers who say that we're going to have a caliphate and blah 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 blah. Okay, so it's a joke. But yes, we actually have looked at the Epstein files. Okay, um, all right, you guys. All right, all right, you guys. So love his looks, and I guess his policies are all right. I guess so, Dolly Boy. Right? No, oh God, no. Shop, shop, shop. Why would I support Donald Trump? Are you crazy? I'm not a lunatic. Shop, shop, shop. Oh, I'm sorry. Unless you support Donald Trump, and then I don't mean to sound ableist when I say that. I mean, that's rude of me. It does, Sir Bartholomew. Are you giving us your preference, CR, in terms of what? In terms of what country I would want to live in here? Is that what you mean? Because I think probably honestly Norway. China, honestly, I don't think China would be that bad. It would still be pretty bad though. Okay, it would still be pretty bad. I admittedly, maybe I'm being biased because of the socialism stuff, but I think Norway would be my number one. Absolutely, Norway. Okay. Oh, haha, you had me in the first half, bro. Oh, I got you. Okay. Yeah, don't worry, shop, shop, shop. I am not pro-Trump. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I am not pro-Trump. Gotcha. Okay. So I don't know. I heard a lot of people's stories about. Oh, really, Sir Bartholomew? I really don't know about that, Sir Bartholomew. Okay, but you see my point here, right? Like, and I don't really like just doing this to bash other countries. We could put any other country on this list. I just kind of decided to put up some countries there, but you can see here that, like, when it comes to justice, fairness, and things like that. How dare you, elevator lady? Welcome, elevator lady. Quite the entrance, elevator lady. I will not forget that, elevator lady. Okay, all right. So, all right, you guys. So that is the veil of ignorance. And I'm Dolly boy, don't you look at me that way. That is the veil of ignorance. And please, by the way, join our Discord if you haven't already. If we get, oh my gosh, I don't have the collar on anymore, right? Because I'm a slut right now. I'm slutting it up by taking off my sweater, and I forgot to put the collar back on. I need to hide my skin, guys. Need to hide my skin. Yeah, Matt Saiga, I agree. I agree. Well, but Matt Saiga, the reason I'm paused on China is because there are still there are lots of people there who still work very long hours for very little pay in factories, like barely having time off and things like that. So there is still a lot of capitalist sort of oppression there that needs to be resolved, in my opinion. It's definitely a lot better than a lot of places, though. Okay, so I suppose the main bad thing, yeah, Uyghur, yes. Oh, that's a good point, Dolly Boy. I really should. This is why I shouldn't have said China. I now the more I think about it, I think the Norway would be best at this moment. I think China would be. I think China needs a little more work. Let's put it that way. Before I'd want to be born there, with the freedom of speech, the political oppression, the people in factories that are abused, the Uyghurs. Okay, see this, just a few things. Excuse me. I should have been let my socialist bias out. I'm going to keep pushing the CIA propaganda, so don't worry. Dolly Boy probably got that joke anyway. So we will. Okay, so that's just something to think about. I think the veil, exactly. I think the veil of uh, ignorance is a really interesting thing. It's just something to think about. All right. When looking at a society, how you judge it, and things like that. I thought so, Dolly Boy. Okay. I mean, I didn't think so. I thought, okay, so guys, let's move on, shall we? So that's the veil of ignorance. If we have a quiz, which we will very soon, probably it'll be next week, but we're probably not going to have it on Friday. We'll have it during the week sometime because we haven't had a quiz in a long time. That will be on the quiz, the veil of ignorance, as will some of the other things we've talked about. Okay, so that's the veil of ignorance by John Rawls. All right. Okay. Yeah. If there was no exactly Matt Saigai, like I would love India. My big issue is the caste system. Unless some other things too. There are some pretty bad working conditions for some people there as well. And a lot of those goddamn foreign corporate entities that keep poisoning the people of India. Like there's other issues too. Okay. But I don't want to be born in the U.S. Okay, I want to point out I'm not. I'm not. Yes, Mayflower Kid, we do weekly quizzes. Well, bi-weekly, and we haven't done it for a while, so it's kind of a lie. All right. All right. Okay. Squat toilets are weird. Hey, Doug, I'm okay with a squat toilet. Like, I don't know, it doesn't bother me. Okay. All right. All right, you guys. So let's go to the next one. Let's go to the next thing I wanted to talk about. It is well, Matt Saiga, you tell me. Yeah, exactly, Matt Saiga. So if India was not a capitalist colonized place, I would probably prefer it. But this is why I don't really like talking about. I don't want to sound judgmental towards anyone, but you see what I mean. Okay. Um, hello, Burnjabi. So, guys, let's go on here. Let's go on to the next thing I wanted to talk about. Matt Saigai, would you answer? This is complicated, Dolly Boy. Wouldn't you agree, Matt Saigai, that the caste system is super complicated in terms of, yes, there's a religious component to it. At the same time, there are some colonial parts to it. That it's complicated. I would say both, Dolly Boy. I would say both. All right. Or is it mainly religion or mainly colonialism, Matt Saigai? Okay. I assumed it was mainly religious, but there's also yeah, you specifically Matt Saigai? Okay, that's fair. I believe Matt Saigai more than my understanding of it. I just typically tend to blame. Is that so, Matt Saigai? Okay, this is why I need to do more research on it. I typically tend to blame the British colonialism for everything, so that's why I'm asking you, Matt Saigai. Okay, so all right, and that's a bias of mine. So no, it was mainly religious. Okay, Dolly Boy, that was just a distraction. I said it was complicated so that I could distract from my incomplete knowledge on the issue, which is why I deferred to Matt Saigai. So forgive me. I know it's complicated. But it's yeah. So I guess it was primarily religious. Okay, primarily religious, and then they blame it on colonialism. That's interesting, Matt Saigai. Okay, I'll need to look more into it. All right. Okay, so let's go on to the next one. Next thing. Yeah, that was my thought, Matt Saigai. I knew that there was some exploitation there by colonial officials, but the existence of it was related to Hinduism. That makes sense. All right. Okay, so some other news I wanted to talk about with all of you. All right. Yeah, and Matt Saigai, that video we're going to be watching. I want you to know that that video about colorism in India, it looks super interesting. We actually might watch it today if we get through this. So, okay, another good piece of news here. I have them all lined up so we can look at them together. Is this now? Trump is officially withdrawing the National Guard from some U.S. cities. Now then, I am not trying to be overly optimistic here. This is a win with some caveats. If he actually withdraws them, I don't know if they've actually been withdrawn yet, and if they stay withdrawn, and if they're not put elsewhere. But oh, why didn't it? Okay, no, before I didn't have to have a subscription. God damn it, BBC! How dare you? I love BBC, but I don't know why they're making me pay for it. Okay. Anyway, there was a joke hidden in there, but I hope that some people understood the joke. Hey, Jonas, don't you dare! No, no, no. I. It is true though. I do love the BBC. Okay, I love the BBC. What do you guys think I'm talking about? What do you guys think I'm talking about? I am talking about the BBC. God, guys, geez, God, you're all degenerates. I didn't. What do you think I meant? We're on the BBC website. Anyway, moving on. So, I don't know why. Okay, they're not letting me read it. Regardless, Trump is withdrawing the National Guard from some cities. Okay. Uh, sorry, guys. I know you all hate me. I didn't mean it. By the way, that is kind of a racial. I don't really like that idea of that word because it's kind of racialized. But I couldn't help it because I mean it's very racialized. But I couldn't help it because it's funny because the site is called the BBC. Okay. Anyway, you all need to calm down. All right. Yeah, y'all need to chill. Okay. All right. So the BBC is, so Trump is in fact going to be withdrawing from Sun Cities. I know, Matt Saigai. I know. I'm sorry, Matt Saigai. I know. I agree. I agree. It is a stereotype. It is a racialized stereotype. In my defense, it is literally the name of the site. And I do like the BBC. Okay. I do like the BBC. I was trying to do a clever pay on words. I agree, though. There is nothing. I don't know if I don't want to go into this. That is a stereotype of people who are black. There is also the fact that there is nothing wrong with having a different size of certain thing. Okay, whatever. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Forgive me. I'll move on. Anyway, so Trump is in fact withdrawing troops from various cities. Okay, elevator lady, be quiet. Okay, you're right, elevator lady. All right. So, with love, elevator lady. Okay. How dare you, AMA Gaming? Oh, yeah, right, AMA Gaming. Right. I'm sure you're so upset. All right. I'm sorry. I'm done. So that is some interesting news. That is some interesting news. Uh, the Trump is withdrawing troops. I'm going to try to find a different site since clearly you're all upset with BBC. So withdraw Trump troops. Okay. So then we'll go to democracy now. So he is saying he's going to withdraw them. We need to see if he actually does. And this is because the Supreme Court has been blocking so many of the deployments. This is a somewhat good sign. It is not great. Obviously, this still doesn't mean we're out of the dark. But this does show that there is some ability of the courts to still block certain things. Some. That's about as much as I can say about it. That they do have that the Trump administration, although fascist, has not completely consolidated power in the executive branch yet. Now, if they wanted to, they really could. I think there might be some incompetence going on if that's their goal, but that is an interesting thing that did happen. Okay. Oh, I just heard something. Did someone just send me bits? Little bits, little bits, little bits. Someone just sent bits, didn't they? Okay, yeah, but solely or certainly that is some good news. The Trump administration is withdrawing troops. The decision came a week after the Supreme Court blocked the deployment of hundreds of National Guards troops to the Chicago area. Okay, thank you, Matt Saigai. How many did you send? It didn't pop up on my screen. It did not pop up on my screen, but I just saw that you sent them. I didn't see how many were sent. All right. So that is some good news. 200. Thank you, Matt Saigai. So that gives us, we're now one away from the, what did I say we would do at 10? The Q&A. Okay. Thank you, Matt Saigai. All right. Yeah, I don't know where I might got automatic. I don't see the bits in chat. They just appeared on my screen. Okay, regardless. I'm rooting for the DVT Trump gets from flying. No, don't we all, Doug? Okay. All right. So what did it say? Okay, well, you know what? I'll look, guys. Give me a second. I'm going to see what was said here, what kind of degeneracy Matt Saigai just threw my way. All right. It's a joke, Matt Saigai. I hope you know. Okay. All right, let's see here. Oh, it must have got caught by the autumn. It's not appearing even in the regular one. I'm sorry. Thank you again, Matt Saigai. Okay, thank you, Matt Saigai. Well, there's another one. So we got enough for the Q&A. Fantastic. All right. First, let me finish up this, and then we'll do the Q&A, all right? Thank you, Matt Saigai. Okay, so there's some other good news. Let's go on to the next thing now. Next thing here is this. Emma Vigeland. Well, okay, we'll go to this one first. Emma Vigeland. This is will be sort of a, I guess you could say a, what's the term? Palate cleanser. Emma Vigeland was on CNN. Do we all know who Emma Vigeland is? She is the boss. She is the boss. I love Emma Vigeland. Yeah, me too, Matt Saigai. If I were straight, she would totally be my crush too. Totally my straight crush. So Emma Vigeland is on the Majority Report with Sam Cedar. She is absolutely brilliant. I cannot express enough how bright this woman is. Very bright. And this, I agree, Mayflower Kid. She was on CNN, and she really crushed the Republican commentator on there. And I would really, at least I thought she did. So let's take a watch about some of the things she says here. So the first one I wanted to show you was, for copyright reasons, I have to do it in segments that she posted on her X account.
Person. Yeah,
So
if you have a deep
this
dive
guy is the conservative guy. They were debating. They debate. Me too, Jay Shadow. I'm so glad. She's really cool. So she was on this show on CNN. Yeah, I agree, Jonas. And she really crushed this guy a few times. So this is them talking about the CIA drone strike on that facility in Venezuela. They also talk about Gaza. So we'll see what she has to say.
So the average person, yeah, if you have a deep dive conversation about the legal aspects here, they're going to roll their eyes. That's just the reality. It might be important.
See, now he's talking about illegal drone strikes that are killing Venezuelan fishermen, and drone strikes also against that Venezuelan facility.
And it is important.
The
but they roll
Sacklers,
their eyes because they know who the target is.
the Sacklers are.
Donald Trump is putting you in a position
I'm sorry.
where you are now defending drug dealers. Whether or not that's your intent, that's how it comes off.
Do you think that the Sacklers should be executed in the town square?
Guys, that is so brilliant. I had never thought of that argument before. Do you guys know who the Sackler family is? But Matt Saigai, you're right that they don't let her speak for longer, but she didn't need Lawn to crush him. Do you know who the Sackler family? Thank you, Jay Shadow. The Sackler family is. They are the ones who are largely responsible for the opioid epidemic in the United States. They pushed opioids on patients all over the country. They're some of the most criminal drug dealers in the world. They own Purdue. Was it Purdue Pharma? Okay. Yeah, the Purdue gang. And she's like, okay, well, if you think it's okay to just summarily execute drug dealers, then would you be okay with taking the Purdue family and executing them in a public square without a trial? Brilliant. Because what do you think he's going to say to that? He's going to be like, oh, no, that's different. We can't do that. Isn't that smart? It just reveals the hypocrisy.
I don't think this is the town square, and I don't think that this is a declaration
why
of
does it
war.
matter? I mean,
as we've heard specifically tonight, this was an empty facility, no deaths, and I would assume that this was leaked to CNN with this information that came from the CIA, that if it wasn't actually
And now he's changing the topic.
drug distribution center, a port, probably would have come out too.
But we
that
killed
didn't.
dozens of people already under this pretense. So do you
We
defend that?
killed dozens of people who were on drug boats,
Okay,
bringing
but
drugs to this country
did the
to kill Americans.
did the Sacklers help kill Americans with the opioid epidemic? Yes or no?
So that is a completely separate issue. But
How is it
Is it separate, folks? Is it? I'm sorry. He looks so. It's embarrassing for him. I think it
separate?
is.
Should they be
Well,
executed in the
here's-
town square without any legal process?
What
That's
town-
what you're
what
saying.
town square are
Who's
we
next
talking
on the
about?
drug cartel here?
I don't know why
Do we go
that's
to China? Do we
international
go to
water.
China as well? Do we go to other countries as well?
We should do
how
things in
far
the
are we
best
going to go on
interests
this?
of the
How
American
hard
people.
and how long can they go
That is-
continue
so-
going without Congress getting
That
involved?
is a fair point. So
Okay, so that was one of her zingers. That is such a brilliant argument. Okay, like, so Jay Shadow. Okay, Jay Shadow. Opioids are cool, but my favorite one was stimulants. The first time I did Adderall, I knew I couldn't do again because I loved it so much. Yeah, I'm still on stimulants, Jay Shadow. I take Vyvanse now. It doesn't make me overly hyper because I have ADHD. It calms me down, but still, I am not a fan of opioids. They are just they can kill you so easily. They're so addictive. I don't think they're beneficial. I mean, as a painkiller, they can be useful, but they have been horrible for people. Hey, elevator lady, love it. Okay. Do you crash in the afternoon, elevator lady, because of it? So anyway, isn't that brilliant? Yeah, they are allies. There are people. It doesn't work that way, right, Matt Saigai? So she's just really great at pointing out complete inconsistencies in logic. So let's go on to the next one. Yeah, exactly. Jonas, you're right. This is why Jonas says, and how they respond that angers me. They ignore, then they deflect, then they lie. Yeah, that's why I'm not a big fan of like debates. Like on my stream, for example, I really wouldn't want to do them because I just don't see the value academically. It's debates are more about presentation than they are about content. And so, a lot of people watching that will think the guy got her. You know what I mean? All right. Regardless, let's go on to the next one here. This is so this is her talking about
Standing.
she's saying that okay, this is her talking about Ukraine and how it's very funny. Hello, salsa with onion. Welcome, salsa with onion. Inshallah to you as well, okay? All right. So this is her talking about how Gaza is sort of the elephant in the room because the Biden administration seems very upset with what Russia's doing in Ukraine, but doesn't seem to care at all about the aggression being done by Israel against Palestine, which is true. Which is true. Okay, he is Matt Saigai. He is evil. I agree. Okay, so unchecked with prophet yeah, exactly, Jay Shell. Forgive me. It is useful for some medical purposes. Yes, but like as a how it's been promoted has been exceptionally dangerous, if that makes sense. Okay. All right. So let's watch this. Let's see what she says about why aren't we talking about Gaza if you're so obsessed with Ukraine?
The kind of elephant in the room here is the United States completely losing, and the Biden administration is immensely complicit in this as well. Moral standing throughout the world due to our complicity in the genocide in Gaza, which has made it very difficult for us to speak
Doug.
to Ukrainian sovereignty and having a bully like the Russian government invading their sovereign territory. We had a doctor on our show who spoke about how the death toll is in the hundreds of thousands at this point because the numbers that are currently being reported are only the numbers of the death toll of people who have been counted in the hospital. There are hundreds of thousands of people presumed dead, suffocating to.
By the way, the BBC came out with a report that showed they examined like some hundred number of children who had been killed in Gaza. They found that 60% of those children had bullet wounds to the head or torso. 60% of the children whose bodies they examined and whose medical reports they looked at had bullet wounds to the head or torso. The level of evil is almost comical. I mean, it is almost comical. It's not comical, but like, come on. Yeah. Yep. Oh, for sure, Jonas. This is why I cannot. I have trouble with the Gaza stuff. It makes me emotional, okay? Because this is the evilness of this. It's like I said, you could only, like, you can only, I don't know, you can only imagine this in like a movie whose script isn't believable, but it's true. They've just been murdering, children, shooting them in the heads and things like that. Okay, so the IDF is a monstrous
Death,
organization.
crushed to death under rubble because of United States bombs.
Totally, Paul Martin. Totally, monsters, genocidal monsters. Welcome, Paul Martin. Looney Tunes are evil. Hello, Salsa with A. Well, what do you mean, Looney Tunes?
And that's across this administration and Trump here, who did get this ceasefire that he touts all the time in October. But when you look at the actual numbers here, Israel has violated it hundreds of times since that period, multiple times a day, killed at least 400 Palestinians during that period. And this will go down as one of the worst crimes in the history of humanity that our government, the Biden
okay, Scott Jennings, I know he's gonna say something. I'm gonna blow a casket.
administration and the Trump administration are complicit in. So
Does it go down? We have to debate this.
Yeah, we don't have time. We actually don't.
Oh, we don't have time for the anti-Israel propaganda.
We don't have time.
We have time for the anti-Israel propaganda.
We don't have time to debate.
Oh, anti-Israel propaganda, folks. You heard it here. Okay, you're right. Not comical, cartoonish. I should use better phrasing. All right. I know. It's so. Okay, I'm excited for what he's going to say. I'm sure it's going to be outrageous.
Could you say Hamas was wrong at any point during this?
Yeah, by the way, everyone know who B'Tselem is? It's an Israeli human rights organization that has said that what Israel's doing is a genocide. Okay, so even Israeli organizations have said it's a genocide, and she's pointing that out. Emma's pointing that out.
October 7th is fine.
Listen, we know that there's plenty of disagreement on that.
Right, that's like insane.
We let it on spool for 2 minutes, but sure. I mean, honestly.
Okay, have a quick word.
Well, I don't understand. Israel's our ally, not a.
Right, Paul Martin? Well, if you're going to mention dead kids, of course it's going to look bad, but Israel has to defend. Yeah, it's insane.
Single word in your speech for the atrocities that were committed on October the 7th.
We should
not a single word.
Oh my God, okay. Can we just get rid of that date off the calendar? I feel like if I hear the October 7th one more time, I'm gonna snap. Oh, okay.
Tomorrow. The kind of elephant in the room.
Okay, so there we go, guys. That is, and let me do one more here. This is her. This is the last one. Well, this might be one of the two last ones I wanted to show you. This is another one from. Yeah, right, guys. I'm a historian. Anyone who tells you that the beginning of all of this was October 7th doesn't know history or is ignoring history. They are artificially creating a disappearing point where the beginning of everything is October 7th, completely ignores. Thank you, Paul Martin. Please subscribe if you'd like. Join the channel. They've completely ignored the 50-some years of nonsense, ethnic cleansing, etc., that has happened previously. Okay. All right. There might be an ad for this one first. Sorry, so forgive me in advance.
Pioneers since 19.
I'm going to pause it until the ad goes through. Okay. Salsa with lemon. Hear me out. When Columbus landed in Cuba, what do you mean, Salsa? Yeah, he did horrible things too. He was a horrible human being. What do you mean? Are you talking about Scott Jennings? But I'm sorry, did I say 50 years, 70 years or so? Okay. All the wars, occupation, and genocide. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Now we saw this part. Oh, right, Jonas. The terrorists always screaming about terrorism. I'm sorry, I'm trying to find the right spot, folks.
Violated it hundreds of times since that period, multiple times a day, killed at least 400 Palestinians during that period. And this will go down as one of the worst crimes in the history of humanity that our government, the Biden administration, and the Trump administration are complicit in.
Does it go down? We have to debate this.
Yeah, we don't have time.
We actually don't.
Oh, we don't have time for the anti-Israel propaganda.
We don't have
We have time for the anti-Israel propaganda.
We don't have time to debate it, unfortunately.
Could you say Hamas was wrong at any point during this conversation?
Oh my God, he's doing though. Have you said Hamas at any point during this conversation?
Fine.
Listen, we know that there's
No
plenty
one
of
said that.
we know there's plenty of
Except for
disagreement
you.
on
No,
that
I
issue.
never said that.
Well, we let it on spool for 2 minutes, but sure. I mean, honestly,
okay.
not a single word for the idea
we
that
go.
Israel has every right to defend itself. Not a single word for the fact that Hamas right now is killing people inside of God, their own people. You
What do
seem
you
to lay
say
it all at the feet of
Golly boy.
Israel,
We're
the
gonna talk about
Democratic
that.
ally in your own
Excuse me.
country, and you have no
Excuse me.
negative
Excuse
word
me.
for the
Excuse me.
terrorists who raped
All right,
and
all right, all
murdered
right.
and kidnapped.
Excuse me.
Zero.
B'Tselem,
None.
Israeli human rights group, says
None.
they're
And
committing
you still
genocide.
don't.
Guys,
You still don't.
We gotta go. Rita Ninan, thank you very
I mean, Nikoselenko, we kind of never learned if Revolt support that hummus group. Curious. We kind of never learned if Revolt support that hummus group. Curious. What? Mamino? I'm sorry. I'm not sure what you're referring to. All right.
So the only institutional
Okay.
bulwark against Trump's autocratic impulses has been the third branch.
Oops. Okay, we're done with that. So, all right. All right. So there is no right of self-defense on stolen land. Yep. No. Oh, Mamino, let's put it this way. Okay, Mamino asked, do you support hummus? Let's put it that way. Mamino, I'm a YouTuber. Let me give you my historian's point of view on this. You know, there were enslaved and native African Americans who revolted against slave owners, and they happened in the process to kill a bunch of white slave owners. Okay. And Mamino, okay, I'm sorry, Mamino. I'll laugh. Okay. Yeah, exactly, Mamino. There are things that I cannot say on YouTube. Let's put it that way. Thank you, though, Mamino. Forgive me, Mamino. I completely I'm slow. All right. Okay. So let's go on here. So guys, so that was Emma. Just I feel like she did so great. She just doing such a great job. And oh, one last thing here too. I'm sorry, I forgot about this one.
That's important.
Now this is her talking about increasing. Cheese Soup is here. Hello, Cheese Soup. This is her talking about a wealth tax in California. And he disagrees, of course.
Because all property ownership. No, it's not our job. It's about It's about returning.
Is it the government's job to buy for you?
No, it's not.
Mamino, we are all Charlie Kirk. Okay, we're all Charlie Kirk. We're all oppressed by the woke left. Okay.
The government's job to buy people homes.
Then
but
why does
I
the
think
government
people
need their money?
Guys,
Okay,
look, I'm
because-
Charlie Kirk. Look, guys, look, I'm Charlie Kirk. Get it? It's an empty chair. Anyway, so moving on. So, okay, we are going to move on here. Oh, I feel like that, you know. Anyway, so going on with what Emma was saying here.
Do you agree that the government's job is to redistribute wealth,
No.
and they
No.
but they already do that. They just
Strongly
make
disagree.
choices. But they make choices via taxes.
let me
But
ask you a
what do
question. Why-
taxes do? No, Scott. What do taxes do? They redistribute
Well, we're gonna move it along.
wealth, right?
No, not redistribute it to individuals. It's supposed to be used.
The government
for the
makes
common
choices.
good. It's
So you
supposed
can
to be
make
used for
choices
the
in a different
common
way.
good.
that
You can
is
make
what
choices in a
proposal-
different
But the-
way.
but
That is
my-
what
and I
this
just want, I'm
my
sorry, just
criticism-
quickly.
my
this-
criticism of
is
the
trying to do would be to basically to tax people
Tax unrealized
who are extraordinarily wealthy. These are not. It is not a millionaire tax. These are people. We're talking billions of
Yes,
dollars.
okay,
Okay, that is
Exactly.
more money than most people can even fathom.
Worth debating.
So I'm not arguing for it. I'm just saying it's not a millionaire tax. It's a billionaire
okay, you
tax.
can
And the
argue for it,
idea
girl.
would be, I guess, to
All right.
use that revenue in order to offer improvements for the average Californian.
Worth the
Right, weird amorphous blob. Okay, so you guys get the idea here. So I just wanted to show you. So yeah, oh, totally, Dolly Boy. The fact you always hear, oh, if you tax the billionaires, they'll leave. No. Okay, right, Mad Side Guy. Right, weird amorphous blob. I'm sure you two do believe that. Okay, so anyway. All right, so let's go on to the next thing. So that I just liked Emma's little thing there. Okay, I liked Emma's little thing. Let's go on now. I wanted to talk about something else happening in the news. I promise we'll get to the Q&A session. And you too, Cheese Soup, right. We got all these right-wingers in here. There are Now, there are protests going on in Iran. Now, massive protests. And there are two ways to look at these, okay? Or I should say there's more than two ways. So that's a false dichotomy, but two ways I want to talk to you about, okay? The okay, we okay. The people of Iran are do I support Iran? What do you mean, Matt's like I support human beings. What do you mean? Okay. Yeah. So there are all these protests going on in Iran. Yeah, isn't that insane? Matt Saigai, I don't know why that's insane. Isn't that funny, folks? Matt Saigai got auto modded because he used the word Iran. That's the country, that's the world we're living in. Okay, so the BBC article. Oh, back to the BBC, huh? Oh, wow. Today has been a treat, hasn't it? Okay, so we'll go here. This is deadly. It says deadly class. I'm sorry, guys. I can't help it. I just can't help it. It's so funny. It's such a low hanging fruit. Okay. All right. Anyway, moving on. So this is deadly clashes between protesters and security. Oh God. Okay. Security forces as Iran unrest grows. Okay. So there are massive protests going on in Iran right now. A lot of them are against uh, AMA gaming. A lot of these protests are against basically the economic situation in Iran is not good. The value of the rial has dropped dramatically, and people are having trouble affording things. Okay, and there are people in Iran that are especially calling for the end of the supreme leader. Okay, removing him from power. Now we can look at this in two different ways. That's one way to look at this, right? This is a mass, a mass sort of backlash to authoritarianism and economic deprivation. Okay, Jonas. Okay, now folks, wait till you hear it. I'm going to say the next part. A lot of you are getting ahead of me. All right. So that is how most of the media is presenting this. This is a movement against the government by an oppressed people seeking economic rectification. And I'm not going to deny that there is some of that happening. Okay, there is some of that happening. Now then, there is another way to look at this, though. Okay. And that I wanted to show you. So I also looked up this article here. Okay. Sanctions, the reason that the Iranian people are struggling economically is because of American and Western sanctions on Iran. So it is thought, this study, found this study, it's found that something like the income for the middle class in Iran, which is a very important part of Iranian society, has decreased by something like 18% due to sanctions over the last few years. Okay, that is causing a lot of the economic problems that Iran is having. This is, yeah, you think weird amorphous blob. So it is true that there are people in Iran who are upset with the regime. For a number of reasons, but you have to understand we have contributed to this suffering that is going on in Iran. Okay, yeah, how dare they, right? How dare they kick out the Western oil nations? Yep. Oh, right. The crimes of this great nation. Blood is the price of America's wealth. Sir Bartholomew, you are 100% correct. Okay, so I want to point out that be careful. The media is typically really bad, especially American media. I should say mainstream media is always very bad. Okay. I have no doubt it's poorly. Yeah. Oh, no doubt, Jonas. And guys, don't get me wrong. Iran is poorly run. There's a lot of corruption there. They do struggle partially because of economic reasons. They also do have a regime that is corrupt and kind of abusive of its people in a lot of ways. But my point is that there are multiple ways to look at this, right? That is the only narrative you will hear that is the only narrative you will hear from especially American mainstream media. Okay. Yeah. No, Matt's exactly. Okay. You will only hear, oh, this is a movement for liberation against an oppressive regime and things like that. The people that are suffering because of us, largely. Okay. And yeah, their regime is not good in a lot of ways. You all know I'm not defending the Iranian regime, but I'm just saying, realize that this is almost a deflection that the media isn't talking about how we're causing the suffering of these people. And a lot of that anger, a lot of those people might partially be misdirecting that anger at their own government. And don't forget that both Israel and the United States has, for a long time, sought to overthrow the Iranian regime. Part of the effect of sanctions is to, part of the goal of sanctions is to do that, is to cause internal discord. What is Trump doing to Venezuela right now? What is Trump doing to Venezuela right now? Right, weird amorphous blah, but we needed to install the Shah. And we need to overthrow their democratically elected government and install the Shah, right? Okay. So do we like what is Trump doing to Venezuela right now? He's damaging them economically. He's trying to cut off their oil, which is a big part of their economy. All right. Doing all sorts of other things. And that's going to cause internal unrest. And they have openly said that they want Maduro to be overthrown internally. They want to cause unrest internally to overthrow their government. Now, right, Matt Saigai. Right. So, just saying, I should also note as a historian that do you know what often happens when there's a violent overthrow of a government in because of economic reasons? A dictatorship tends to happen. A dictatorship or a puppet government tends to happen. So even if the Iranian people were to somehow get rid of their government, what do we think is going to happen? Do we think it's going to be all rainbow sunshines and unicorns? And it's suddenly going to be, and by the way, I'm talking this way, okay? It's going to be, suddenly they're going to be a flourishing democracy or something. You see what I mean? No, it's not. There's going to be a straw man that takes over or a puppet, okay? So just be aware that the media lies or is deeply uninformed or is biased. Probably all of the above. Oh, right, Weird Amorphous Blob. Right, Matt Sage, okay? And the clown flip will absolutely, Jonas, and then that'll destabilize other places in the region. Right? It just will. So let's just be aware of that. There's more than one way to overthrow a regime illegally. You don't have to send in troops. You can also cause internal discord. All right. But again, I don't want us to oversimplify. There are people in Iran who are justly upset at the Iranian regime. For example, if you speak up a bit too much against the regime, you might be thrown into prison. I'm just saying, I am not denying the fact that there are issues with the Iranian regime. I'm just saying, what do we think is happening here? Do we think that this is a spontaneous revolution, or do we think that there might be some causes that are due to us and that we have a goal in sort of causing this to happen? Okay, anyway, you see what I mean. Right? Right. Okay. Remember when we overthrew Saddam Hussein, not a great guy, didn't end up going very well. You see what I mean? All right. Okay, just that's it. So just while you're keeping an eye on this and you're watching the media trip all over itself, proclaiming Iranians need their liberty, you will just remember, think longer term, think bigger term. Also, remember that the same media that is celebrating this is the media that was celebrating the bombing of Iran by Trump earlier. A lot of newscasters were celebrating it. CNN, MSNBC, Fox, K. Yay, we're dropping bombs on Iran. Well, now suddenly they're really happy for the freedom of the Iranian people, apparently. Okay, so just be aware of that. Okay. All right. So that's the other thing I wanted to talk about when it came to Iran. So just think critically when it comes to the stuff going on in Iran. Yeah, but in fairness, Libya was only pretty horrific. Jonas. Yep, that is called manufacturing consent. Thank you, Dolly Boy, for using the technical term. Okay, right, Jonas. Yeah, we're doing better regime overthrows every day, right? Yep, and Trump, guys, by the way, guys, Trump is, thank you, Matt Saigai, is saying that he will aid the protests by bombing Iran more if they don't stop their nuclear program. he just wants an excuse to bomb them, folks, because Israel probably wants an excuse to. I mean, they definitely want an excuse to bomb Iran. So just be aware of that. And remember, he just met with Bibi Netanyahu, and they talked a lot about Iran. And now suddenly he's coming out and being like, maybe we should bomb Iran again. Maybe we should bomb Iran again. Maybe we should bomb Iran. Okay, I mean, some things are coincidences. Other things are a bit too not that. Okay, free Palestine, but give our guns back. What do you? I'm sorry, Lyrical. Yeah, absolutely, free Palestine. What do you mean, give our guns back, Lyrical? Give our guns back to who? To ourselves? What do you mean? Forgive me, Lyrical. Okay. All right. So there's the Iran thing. Last thing I wanted to do with you guys before we do the Q&A, which I said I would do, the assault ban. Oh, I got you, Lyrical. The assault ban. You mean the assault rifle ban? Is that what you mean? Yeah, I understand you, Lyrical. I got to tell you, the Lyrical, I am there. So my community is kind of divided on this. Some of the people here think that it's at this point, for the sake of leftiness, we need weapons. Others would say we're okay with the weapons being banned. I am very conflicted, Lyrical, because I was a teacher. So I totally get, okay, I totally get I don't know. I'm conflicted on it, but I agree in principle, if that makes sense. Okay. All right. So, all right, you guys. Now watch. Matt Saigai is going to come in here and he's going to tell you his very strong opinion on it, which is that we need to get rid of the guns immediately. Other people in here, like Sir Bartholomew, would likely support. And I think Doug too would support. We have varying opinions on this, and I don't think there's necessarily one right answer, to be honest, because it's so complicated right now. I mean, if we could, I think we should get rid of the guns, but it's complicated. Okay, so I wanted to quickly go through. These are some famous pictures that are from 2025. The AP does a thing every year where they publish the Hi, libtard CR. I know, I agree, Matt. Like, I kind of am for that. I know I am. Okay. Only people in minority groups should have guns. There you go, Dolly Boy. Okay. So, some really cool pictures from 2025. Don't we wish our country looked like this right now? These are the Nepalese protesters protesting against the government. Don't forget that during this year, the Nepalese government was basically overthrown by Gen Z protesters. Okay. And Gen Alpha or Gen Z, one of the two. All right. All right. We also, I don't know what this is. This is kind of cute, though. This is one of their famous photographs from this year. This is just a woman jumping into a frozen pond in China. No, thank you. I would rather not jump into a frozen pool. Typically, it's actually good for you. Apparently, it's good for circulation. There's actually been scientific studies done on this. I'm not saying this as like a bad thing, but like jumping into cold water can be good for circulation and heart health and things like that. But I wouldn't want to do that. I'm sorry. But jumping into a very cold pond does not sound fun to me. Okay. This is cute. Look at this photo, guys. So this is kind of a toned down one, or what's it put it this way? Palette cleanser. This is a cute little, oh, look at him, he's so cute, polar bear sitting on the thing of a house. This is off of Russia. Isn't that cute? It's sad, though, that the polar bears are disappearing. Polar bears are disappearing, okay? This is, now we get to some terrifying stuff. Here is an image of, well, Gaza. And we cannot forget that that happened and is still happening, and it's horrific, and all human beings deserve to live and be free and to have their own government and not be bombed and genocided and murdered by an authoritarian apartheid state that hates them because of who they are and who wants to do settler colonialism. I mean, I think we all can agree with that, right? Mass murder bad. Mass murder bad. Right, folks? Mass murder bad. Muslims are human beings. Muslims are human beings. Everyone who are alive are human beings, technically. I mean, I'm just saying, it's repulsive that this is still an issue. I know, Dolly Boy, shocking. Oh, really, raccoon boil? I still need to look into that. I haven't looked much into it. I need to get it up there. And okay. So can we just remember that this is happening? That these people, I know I'm over focusing on this one. Maybe I'm not over focusing on that. This is still happening. Imagine living your daily life, and once in a while you hear a massive explosion, and boom, there goes your best friend. Boom, there goes your uncle. Boom, there goes your child. Okay. While you're starving to death. All right. Okay. And then the whole world doesn't seem to care, even though you're screaming at the top of your lungs. And it's clearly a violation of international law. All right, moving on. Here we have firefighters battle flames engulfing a beachfront property in Malibu, California. Do you guys remember? Yeah, Sir Bartholomew. Do we remember how there were these massive fires in California outside of LA? Burning through a lot of the suburbs there and destroying it because climate change is horrific and it was a dry season. And we're all going to start feeling the direct effects of climate change if we're not already. You may not know you're feeling them, but this coming to a town near you, massive wildfires, flooding, massive temperature changes, massive migrations of people due to fleeing low-lying areas, et cetera, due to climate change reasons. And that's all because we have a bunch of corporations who only care about profit and they don't give a shit. Okay, they don't give a shit that they're literally killing all of us. The whole planet is going to die if we do not do something. And now I might only slightly be exaggerating there, but not by much. Raccoon boil, how many times? A lot. Raccoon boil, and it's just getting worse out in California. Okay, so I'm hitting my Greek geek bar is scary. Yeah. Okay. Yep. Mamino, and that is. Are you, Mamina, are you from Pakistan? Yeah. By the way, a lot of Southeast Asian nations, India, Pakistan, things like that, climate change is going to be really bad there. Belarus, oh, gotcha. Yeah. So we're going to see massive migrations of people. And how do you think that will empower the right wing if there's a flood of migrants? And I'm not saying I'm against migration, but like it doesn't look good if we already have these right wingers in power. Okay. So just be aware of that. That is something we don't talk about much. We don't talk about, we haven't been talking about climate change as much, even though it might be the most dangerous thing that's approaching us. I'm just saying. Okay. So that's something to be aware of. Here's another image of the hell on earth called California. It looks like hell on earth. It looks like a demon. Okay. Okay. Yeah, Doug, you're right. And this is why I am conflicted. This looks like literal hell on earth. I mean, if you're a Christian, out there, doesn't this not look like hell? Okay. Okay. So we're literally creating hell on earth. Here we have Venezuelan migrants trying to get into the United States, I believe. Yeah, hopes of reaching the USA. Look at what they're going through. This is dangerous. They're going on this little boat. Yeah, Sir Bartholomew, guys, I do recommend everyone should read the book, How to Blow Up a Pipeline. And if you don't want to read the book, watch the movie, How to Blow Up a Pipeline. I know it sounds, just watch it or read it. Okay. Maybe we'll do a Discord watch sometime where we watch How to Blow Up a Pipeline. Okay. Yes, guys, you have to read it. It is, okay. It is not, just read it. Okay. How to Blow Up a Pipeline. It is not like terrorism manual or something. You'll see what I mean. Okay, you need to watch it. All right. It does sound very Fed posty, but it is the title of something. So if anyone's watching me, I'm just saying it is the title of a very good book. Okay. So just watch the movie. You can find it on, I think it's like on Amazon Prime or something, or Netflix or something. You can watch the movie. It's an award-winning movie, How to Blow Up a Pipeline. All right. So okay. So anyway, here we have, I don't know what this is. Chinese punk rock band Gumbleed, as they performed during during a festival. Okay, I'm not sure how this is relevant, but hey, they look kind of cool. Look, the punk rockers. Yeah. Punk rock. Okay. There you go. How to blow up a pipeline, learning to fight in a world on fire. Oh, look, it's a sheep. It's a sheep being saved. I don't know what's going on here. Wouldn't be throwing rocks out of your billows in glass house. Sorry, I'll stop. Okay, this is cute. It's a sheep. All right. This is, I don't know, man carries a sheep. Oh, this is, oh, great. This is during a wildfire in Greece. Look, you can see the flame, the smoke in the background. So yet another wildfire because the world is on fire. It is burning as we speak because we are doing nothing about human-caused climate change. This is why I want a guillotine tattoo, folks. There are a small number of people who are killing all of us. And we're like, okay, I'm going to get on my Facebook account now. Sorry, I'm being a bit mean. I'm just saying. Here we have an image here. Is Israeli captive Arbel Yehud, who was held hostage by Hamas in Gaza as she is escorted over to the Red Cross. So this is an Israeli hostage being released. Okay. Dolly boy, you know I hate you, Dolly boy. You know I hate you, okay? Obviously, folks, a lot of people will try to blame the individual for climate change and be like, you just need to be better about how much water you use. And like, you need to stop driving a car. The vast majority of emissions come from big companies, okay, big corporate entities and the wealthy. We saw those stats. Don't let people gaslight you into thinking you are the problem. The main problem is the elites and the wealthy. A lot of libs will be like, well, you just need to be more sustainable and you need to get an electric car. Well, they're expensive. And if we want everyone to have an electric car, we need some major structural reforms. Okay. And the big people causing the problem are not us, it is the wealthy. All right. As it is for many things. Right, Mamino. I'm sure you love Lukashenko, right? I'm sure you do. Okay. All right, guys. Oh, forgive me. I get really annoyed, guys, with liberals who are always like, oh my God, let's turn everything into wood instead of plastic. Okay, I'm exaggerating. That's a bit different. Because plastic is made by oil or whatever. Okay. Maybe talk about the elites and how they're killing us. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm done. All right, moving on. Let's go to the next one here. This, we have an image of Assad. Yep, Raccoon Boyo. Yep. Here we have a statue of Assad that has been crumbled. Okay, that has crumbled to the ground in Syria. All right. The fall of Assad. Not a pleasant guy. Unfortunately, not a good situation in Syria either. Right. Yeah. Microplastics are a reason, real Mayflower. Okay. That's why I kind of edited myself. I could use a better example because we don't want microplastics either. But that's also because of the companies. We also need to blame them for that. Yep. Oh, yep. Sir Bartholomew. Okay. Yeah, Matt Saigai, the scientists are working, okay? Any type talk of this must be tempered with sectarian massacres. The new, yep, absolutely, remember us, Blob. Yeah, all right, Dolly boy. And guys, you guys, I haven't talked much about climate change. The batteries and shit, like the lithium batteries, are horrible for the environment that are in these electric cars. They also require strip mining, which is also destructive to the environment. And a lot of that strip mining and shit requires coal and shit like that. So we got a lot of problems. Okay. Look at this. So these are, I don't know what this is. Oh, M23 rebels. Oh, people. So these are people in the Eastern Republic of the Congo fleeing M23 rebels from Rwanda. We talked about the war over in. Yes, we will do it, Sir Bartholomew. We will do a lesson on climate change. I know I've been bad about that because I've been hyper fixated on the fascism, but we also can't forget about climate change. And I'm also worried about eco-fascism because climate change opens the door to right-wing solutions to the problem, which include mass murder and genocide. Is that so, Mama? Okay, fair. I'll talk more about this stuff. Okay, so these are people escaping from M23. Remember, Trump ended this war, apparently, according to him. One of the many wars he quote unquote ended. All right. Yeah, I know, Dolly boy. It's true. Okay. Here we have. So this is Mohammed Nasser, a guy who is taking cover from the rain in the ruins of his house, which was destroyed by an Israeli bomb. Okay. By the way, if you're an American, I mean, I think if you're from the UK too, and I think if you're from Canada, our taxpayers funded this. We funded the bomb that destroyed his house. Okay, moving on. Here we have this lady who is there. Raccoon Boyo, yeah, they have found that people after they die, you have about what, like a teaspoon or a tablespoon worth of microplastics in your brain. Okay, this is Venezuelan opposition leader Maria Corina Machado. All right. And she is, you know, opposed to Maduro and people are excited about her, etc. But don't forget what I said about what happens when you embargo a country and and the people in Venezuela are very upset because of the economic problems in Venezuela, but those economic problems are largely caused by the USA, which opens up the door for people like her taking over, even though she's a puppet who says that she will give up the country's resources. Okay, moving on. Here we got, yay, gotta love it, Sir Bartholomew. Don't you love our governments? All right. So, I don't know what's happening here, but I don't know. I don't know much about sports. What is this? Is this soccer? I don't know. Sorry, football. I'm kidding. I know it's baseball, but all right. Uh, St. Louis Cardinals scores against the San Francisco Bay. Okay, some guy who's probably attractive, though I can't see his face that well, is scoring against someone. Okay, love that for us. This is the body of a man killed during a police raid in Brazil. Oh, great. Yeah, we got fascist attacks over in Brazil, killing civilians, etc. I gotta love that. Uh, oh, these are Israelis watching a broadcast of Israeli civilians be freed from Hamas, etc. I'm just gonna go through some of these. Here's another image from Gaza. You guys get the idea. Oh, these two girls riding a ride in South Africa. Okay, that is fair, Matt Saigai. I actually believe you there. Matt Saigai says there's not a lot of research on microplastics. That's fair. These are two Ukrainians slow dancing. I do love the idea, folks, of humans in a time of suffering still trying to maintain their humanity by doing things like this, slow dancing. Okay, look how cute this couple is, even if they're straight. I know no one's perfect, but they are straight, but still, it's cute, right? Just kidding. All right, Dolly Boy. Thank you, Dolly Boy, so much for that super chat. Okay, so that's cute. Um, yeah. Okay, so no one's perfect. It's okay to be straight, folks. It's okay to be straight. I'm sorry, I'm being a dick. Okay. This is, I don't know, somewhere. I don't know what this is. What is this? Oh, okay. So we got all sorts of shit. Oh, that's cool. That's pretty. All right. I'm going to, these are, oh, look, again, another image of humanity. Gazans trying to have a meal, a Ramadan, no, not Ramadan meal. Oh, iftar. Okay. This is the iftar meal that breaks Ramadan in Gaza. Isn't that lovely? They're still trying to be, have humanity, etc., even in the worst moments. All right. Oh, great. Well, okay, we're done with these. Some of these are bullshit. I'm sick of them. I'm sick of them. Okay, we get it. This is by the way, this is a great image though. Oh, of course not Raccoon Boy. Of course he hasn't, because wasn't Luke Beasley the protege of David Pakman? But also wasn't Luke Beasley the protege of David Pakman? And David Pakman was basically bribed, we now know, to not talk about Gaza. So I'm just saying, okay, all right. So here we got, this is cool. This is an image, I think, from Turkey. Yeah, of a protester being badass. Yeah, he is, Matt Saigai. He's a Zionist, but he also was bribed to be a Zionist. Like, it's kind of hard to tell if he probably is a Zionist. All right. So, Doug, you say, what's this? Chemistry for life. Okra fenugreek extracts remove most microplastics from water. Oh, interesting. Okay, and that is chemistry for life. Interesting. All right. Thank you, Doug. That's fair, Raccoon Boy. Okay. He addressed them. What do you mean, Doug? You mean he lied through his teeth? Because I saw that he addressed it and he hid anyway. But he is definitely a Zionist. Okay, that's fair. All right. So all right. So those are some of the global stories that have affected us this year. There's more. Oh yeah, that one Pope died, whatever his name was. I don't know. Okay, I don't know which one died. One of them died. One of the popes died. I'm sure it was sad. Okay. And here we got Russia. Okay, we're done with this. Oh my God, that's depressing. Oh, this is a woman whose house was struck by a Russian airstrike. Yay! Gotta love Putin. You all know I'm a big fan. Love Putin. Great guy. Great guy. Oh my God, who is this man? Okay, sorry. Not a time to look at pictures of men. Okay, so this Putin, great guy. Love him. Killing lots of people. Love that. I don't know what that is. All right. So there we go. All right, you guys. Yeah, no, I'm not trying to be mean to the Pope. I just literally couldn't remember his name. So, okay. All right, you guys. So that we'll stop there. And I'm going to put up my face here for a second. So those are some of the great stories that we had in 2026. There's more, I'm sure, if we were to look at it, some of the crap with Trump. All right, you guys. So let's play a game, shall we? Let's play a game. Or I should say, not a game. Let us talk. It was Francis. That's right. Francis was a good guy. I don't mean to be mean, okay? I don't mean to be mean. I have a bias, you guys know, against the Catholic Church. Francis was a really good guy, though, I will say. I'm not trying to be cruel. Okay. So we're not going to actually play a game, right? We're going to do a Q&A. So this is how we do a Q&A, folks. You can ask me anything because we got enough chats to do a Q&A. We need one more to do a game. But this is how this works. If you give me I'm sorry. Yeah, we need one more chat to get a Q&A, to get to play a game. So the Q&A works. You can ask me any questions about personal things, about history, about politics, about anthropology. Anything you want to ask about, I withhold the right. I got you, Big Brain. I withhold the right to not answer personal questions that are best reserved for the After Dark stream. Okay. No, you're right, Doug. Okay. Fuck it. We game after. Okay, gotcha, Doug. Well, we'll play a game afterwards. So, by the way, heard Megalovania was given a copy of Undertale by Matt Pat. Oh, really? That's cool. You said, oh, thank you, Big Braden. Really, thank you. Okay. So, guys, yes, Matt Saigai, yes, we can do that. I have it queued up. Let's see here. What time is it? Yeah, we can do that, Matt Saigai. We can start watching it perhaps today. I took that first part took longer. If we don't finish it today, we'll do it tomorrow. Okay, but first let's do a Q&A. So what Q&A questions do we have? So Matt Saigai did say, are we watching the colorism vid? So to answer that question, yes, either today or tomorrow, okay? Mayflower Kid. Okay, Mayflower Kid, we can try a new game. Thank you, Mayflower Kid, for the donation, really. What do I think of Forrest Valkai? I got to tell you, Raccoon Boy, I have not seen much of Forrest Valkai. From what I've seen, I've liked him. But does anyone have any critiques? I don't. I've really liked what I've seen of his. Yeah, is there anything I should know? I mean, I'll keep exploring his stuff, but I do like his stuff a lot. He's quite a good educator, very much so. All right. So you guys let me know. He's not as lived up. Okay, fair. I like what I've seen of him. Let's put it that way. All right. Anyone else? Any other questions? Any other things you want to talk about while I'm drinking the rest of my tea? What do we think? What do we think, guys? Anything? If not, then we can go on. What should I order for dinner? Well, for dinner, Sir Bartholomew, I would order Thai. Thai sounds really good for me. It's really good to me. Thai sounds very good to me. At least that's what I'm hungry for right now. What I see here? I'm sorry, I missed when that's like. Oh, how was my December paycheck? It was. I can look real fast. So, guys, for those who are new to the community, every month I post how much money I made the month before. So let me see here. Okay. So from YouTube alone, I made $284. It was not Matt Saiga. It was well below $1,000. I'll explain why here in a second. So I made I made 284. I shouldn't have flashed my screen. 208, but don't worry, Matt Saiga. There's a reason for that. I made $284 on YouTube. I suspect I suspect on Twitch, because I also have to add Twitch, I suspect I made about $500 or $600 overall. Let me double check Twitch. Now, it is partially my fault, folks. I'll explain why here in a second. How much did I make over here? I will. I'm glad that you're asking me because I forgot to post it today. Let me take a look. So I think it's about $500. Let me see here. I got analytics earnings. Yeah, I made about $300. It might be a little less than that. Yeah. So I made about $300 over there. So I probably got about $500 to $600 this month. Okay. Yeah, and that includes the buy me a coffee. I think I got about $30 on buy me a coffee. So it was about so I've made about probably high 500s, low 600s amount of money. Okay. Now the reason, folks, is that I didn't. But Matt Saigai, don't panic. Right, it is partially my fault. I have been like posting no videos to YouTube. Basically, I've basically only been doing the live streams. I prefer doing live streams to doing YouTube videos. I feel like that's where my talent lies. I feel like I'm better at live streams. Maybe I'm not, but regardless, so I need to post more videos to YouTube. I'm kind of getting sick of the reaction videos though. I need to learn how to make videos better so I can make better videos. But one of my goals is to start clipping the live streams and uploading those videos to YouTube. So that if I do more with my dad too this month, I will probably make more money. Okay. Okay. Kate is no longer medic. Yeah, right. Mommy, so I should do better if I start posting more videos to YouTube. All right. But it's also hard to find the time because this last month I've been streaming so much. Okay. All right, you guys. So what other questions? I'm sorry, 2026. Yeah, for 2026. I'm already forgetting the year. Let me see what other questions we got here. And guys, as always, if you want to join the Discord, please do. Every month in the announcements, I post the amount of money I made I post the amount of money I made the month before. All right. What am I drinking? I am drinking Earl Grey. So Tarbin asked, what am I drinking? I'm drinking Earl Grey tea with milk and sugar. And it's 3 bags of Earl Grey tea. It's a lot of Earl Grey tea. Let's put it that way. I love myself some Earl Grey. Okay. Love myself some Earl Grey. What did I miss here? Any other questions I've missed here? Boop, 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 boop. Did I miss any questions? I don't think I did. So I know you were an Undertale fan in the past. So purely to bum you out, have you heard of the I have not, Raccoon Boy. I'm scared. I could do that. I could do a Delta Room game and clip it. Jonas, how dare you? By the way, Jonas, I also like English breakfast tea or Irish breakfast teas. I have a whole bunch of teas I like. I'm not limited, Jonas, to the kind of teas I like. I have a whole range of teas I like. So don't you dare judge my Earl Grey tea, okay? I love all kinds of teas. I also have tea from China that has rose petals in it, and it's a black tea that's very, very exactly, Doug. I gotta love Jean-Luc Picard. I also like that. Okay, so I also like oolong, which is also a pretty soft tea. I like a lot of teas. Okay, Jonas. So back off. You too, weird amorphous blob. All right. All you Brits are like, oh, the tea he drinks is so weak. What an American. Yeah, whatever. Okay, we had a revolution, so I didn't have to deal with this shit. Okay, I'm gonna throw your tea into the goddamn ocean. Anyway. What game are you doing for the donation goal I had? Did I have a donation goal? What do you mean? I could do a game. I actually just downloaded Cyberpunk because I've only played a little bit of it, so I re-downloaded it. Maybe I could do some Cyberpunk gameplay or something like that. I don't know. I could also do Deltarune. There's a lot of things I could do. I could Big Braden. I could though. I could do a playthrough. I don't really have a goal for the. Oh, I totally forgot about that. I bribed you to forgive me for tea snobbiness. Weird amorphous blob. I accept the bribe. I will accept any other bribes that people want for my forgiveness. I'm like the Catholic Church back in the Middle Ages. Bribe me and I'll forgive your sins. Okay. Dolly boy, you have a lot to donate, by the way, if you want your sins forgiven. All right. Anyway, you too, Mayflower Kid. All right. Yeah, I'd love to do a cyberpunk stream. I just started it, and also it'd be fun to talk about like the dystopia and the corporate shit. Thank you, Dolly Boy. Really, thank you, guys. And by the way, I know I was just talking about how I didn't make much money this month. The problem is not you guys, right? I want you to know that the problem is I need a bigger audience. I need to figure out ways to get more people in here. Don't feel obligated to be the ones that prop me up here. I need to be able to get a bigger audience so that I don't have to rely on all you guys to support me. Okay. Anyway, I answer to no high priest. Okay, Ragged Boyo. All right, so we'll do that. Any other questions? That means that Dolly. Okay, you're right, Dolly Boy. I should rephrase. The problem isn't all of you. The problem is Dolly Boy. Problem is Dolly Boy. Yes, you did, Matt Saigai. One of the issues, Matt Saigai, is time, because it takes time to prepare for the streams, and then need to start. Guys, thank you so much. Really. Okay, we've gotten enough to extend the time of the stream. Thank you. We need to start, guys. You're way too nice. Okay. Thank you. But there's lots of things. Okay, maybe we'll do so I did a stream like when I first started where we had sort of a meeting of the minds and we kind of talked about ways to expand the streams and things like that. Maybe we'll do that again sometime. Okay. I don't want you guys to get too caught up doing this, worrying about me making money. Okay. Y'all got enough to worry about probably for yourselves in this world of ours. Okay. Guys, you're going to make me cry. Thank you, Sir Bartholomew. God damn it, Sir Bartholomew. How dare you be so kind? Sir Bartholomew just gifted $14. Thank you, Sir Bartholomew. Guys, Jesus Christ. Okay. So something else to did I miss anyone has any last questions? Anyone any last questions? Any last questions here? No? Okay. So we'll do this, then we'll play a game now, guys. And then if we have time here. After we play a game, a few rounds, maybe we'll sign off by watching some of the video that Matt Saigai sent. We will eventually watch all of it, Matt Saigai. Oh, Big Braden, you tempt me. $50, Big Braden. How about that? You send me $50. No, $50 per movie. Okay, I'm being a dick. No, God damn it, Dolly Boy. Thank you. Thank you for the donation, really. Forgive me, Jester Father, for I have sinned. In nomine Patris et Filii, et Spiritus Sancti. Amen. And hail Satan. Okay. So, I just forgave you with Latin, Dolly Boy. That is likely the most powerful way to do that. Okay, so I actually had to take Latin in Catholic school. I did, Raccoon Boyo. Yeah, that's true, big brain. Okay, maybe I should do 150 then. Maybe we'll figure it out, guys. We could figure out. Can you explain in detail the ethnic animosity? Weird amorphous blob. Weird amorphous blob is extremely bright. Has read a lot. Often gives me a run for my money on her history knowledge. So Weird amorphous blob knows that question she is asking is utterly unanswerable in any a legitimate length of stream unless you want to be here for a year or longer. Okay. Yeah, exactly, Jonas. You get it. Yeah. So we can maybe think of something where we do that, where we do like a bidding war to see if we watch a movie. But like, I also feel bad. Like, getting you guys to send me money just to watch a movie with you because I like you guys. It's not like I want to be paid for that, but I know, no, I know. Maybe I'm too nice. Whatever. I don't care. Okay. So all right, let's go on now. Let's play a game. Now, there is a game I wanted to. Let's try a game real fast. There's a game that Malzord suggested to me a while back. Malzord's not here today, but I must see. I don't know how this works. Let me see if I can figure it out. Let me try this game. I haven't tried it yet, so give me a moment while I figure it out. So this is called Scriblo.io. Create a private room. Is this how this works? Let me see if we can figure it out. This is like a game where you have to draw something, and you have to draw something, and then people have to guess it. So let me see. I just want to see if this is going to work here. Here we go. I'm going to put here in the chat here a link if you guys want to try it out. Well, I don't know. This might get inappropriate if you guys draw inappropriate things. Here we got, this game sucks, Mayflower Kid. So I just put it in the chat. If you want to click that link, you should be able to join the room. And we'll see if this works. I know we'll see if it works. If it doesn't work, folks. So if you click that link I just put, yeah, it's us that would draw inappropriate things. Dolly Boy, how dare you? Okay, I'm gonna put my face back up. If anyone wants to join, tell me if it works. There we go. We got one. We got AT in the room. We got AT. I'm sure it is Weird Marvels, but we'll see. This will be like when I was teaching, all these teenagers putting up inappropriate things. So, okay, we got 2 that joined the room. 2 people joined the room. You know, while people are joining, give me a second. I've never done it before, so we're gonna see if it works or if it's even worth the time, okay? You miss Hugo Slide. Jonas, give me a second, guys. I'm just gonna get something for myself. All right. This might be, yeah, big brain. I do have Jackbox, and that's my second thought is that we can try Black Box. Okay, so we have a few people. Our Jackbox, not Black Box. Geez. All right, we have a few people in here. Let's just try it with these folks, shall we? And it's okay if not everyone joins. We can kind of. Oh, thank you. Everyone's insulting me. Everyone's insulting me in chat. I love this. Not everyone. Mayflower Kid and Jonas. Okay, everyone ready? Let's see how this goes. 2 hints. Okay, start. We'll see how this works. Okay, I'm not sure how this works. Mayflower Kid is choosing a word. So, Mayflower Kid, I'm guessing that I don't know how this works. So, what the hell does this mean? You're choosing a word. So, Mayflower Kid, you're having to choose a word here. And I don't know what the hell that means, but we'll find out, like I said. Okay. So, okay. So now it appears that Mayflower Kid's going to have to draw something. And we're going to have to guess what it is, I guess. Yes. So you type in the chat what our guess is, okay? All right. You can do custom words. Okay, that's cool. I should have done that. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. We got a drawing here. We got a drawing here. And oh God, is it a horse? I don't know. I shouldn't say out loud what I think it is. Champion? What the hell? What kind of a word is that? Okay, you know what? That was hard. Hopefully this next one won't be as hard. Okay. That was a weird word. You know, I should have chosen custom words. How do you do champion? Okay. So that's okay, Mayflower Kid. Okay. Mayflower Kid, we're figuring it out, so it's okay if you don't understand. So now we got Jonas, who's supposed to be drawing. At the top, by the way, folks. Oh, I got you like a champion. Oh, what is this? What is this? Is this a... By the way, at the top, folks, you can see the word, some of the letters of the word. Okay, it's like what? You know what, guys? These words are hard. Let's keep trying. Let's keep trying. I might need more time to draw too. This is horrific. All right, so this is only 4 letters. What is this? It uh uh d- Oh, what was the word? Oh, I get it. I get it. I get it. Some of you got it right. Okay. That wasn't so bad. It was dead. The word was dead. Okay. That was kind of fun. Braden. Big Braden's turn, okay? That was an easy one though. That was kind of cheat. Okay. That was kind of crap, but okay. Kind of. Big Braden is choosing a word. Let's see what Big Braden does. Hmm. Oh. Uh. Oh. Fl- Christ. What flag? Okay, you know what? Next time we will choose words that are not. Apparently that was Zimbabwe. How the hell are we supposed to know? Okay, that's not your fault, Big Brain. Apparently we just got the worst possible words that they're making us choose. Maybe I have this. It's the setting wrong here. Is there like a way to make the words easier? We're not that smart. Okay, none of us are. Let's try this one. Okay, I got you, Big Braden. Uh. Oh. Hey, I got it. Okay. It was a collar. It was a collar. I take credit for that. Oh, my turn now. All right, I have to draw. Jesus Christ, that was bad. I don't know. It's supposed to. Ugh. I made the head so weird. Why'd I get the easy one? Oh, thank God. You saw. Oh, that's right. You guys all saw what I chose. God damn it. Okay. You know, maybe we'll do next time. We'll do. We'll do a Jackbox next time. Okay, let's see here. Who is this? This is Noor. Noor. What is this? A gun? Oh. Wait, no, I don't know what that is. How dare you, Where's blood? I haven't. Cannonball. Oh, I see it now. Okay. All right. Mayflower Kid, we're back to you. You know what? I think I made the time too short. Guys, we're all learning together, right? We're all learning together. All right, here we go. This is 2 words. Mm, oh. Oh, wait. Did I guess it? Oh. There we go. Oh god, you guys can all see what I'm saying, can't you? Damn it. Okay, Jonas, back to you. Uh, if I don't get this one, it'll be embarrassing. Hi, okay. Hey, thank you guys. Thank you. Yay. No, I know you can see me. Okay, cheating. Right, a little bit. AT. Okay, six Semper Tyrannus is choosing a word. Okay, here we go. What do we got this? Oh, well, that's cute. It's so bizarre, Brandon. Braden, excuse me. Okay, I'm sorry. What the hell is that on the right-hand side there, Sir Bartholomew? What is that? It looks like a meteorite falling out of the sky. Was it meant to be like 2 fingers going like this? Christ. It looks like I don't know, like a dust bunny that someone's shooting out of a I don't know, okay. All right, whose turn is it? Braden. Mm, Dumb Wilkes Booth, right? Tell me play. Oh. Oh, uh, no. Oh. Rock pool? What the hell is you know what? I'm not even gonna ask. That's as in that's a weird word. I don't know how okay. Uh, the hell is a rock pool? Okay. Um, well, that's easy. It's Steve Bannon. That belly. All right, you need to no, no, it's not Steve Bannon. Oh god, I just wrote it in the wrong thing. Oh, chest hair. Ah, okay. I just put ribs into the chat instead of the right chat area. Okay, my turn. No one look, no one look. Oh, Christ. Okay. No one's allowed to look. How dare you cheat? God damn it. Jesus Christ. Okay. Well, I should have put a question mark for that one since I live in America. You don't see that many, at least where I am. Okay. Nor is choosing a word. Looked but didn't answer. That was actually really good. Thank you, Wrecking Boy. Yeah, that one felt really quick. I don't know why. Oh, boobs. I'm sorry. Did I say that out loud? Okay. Not that I would know what that looks like. Oh. Mm, Oh. Okay. All right. That wasn't that was strange. Okay, Mayflower Kid. How about we do this, folks? We'll play up until it gets back up to me, and then we'll play a different game. Now that I know how this is played, maybe I'll try to find a better one for us next time. I don't know, mouth. Why am I saying that out loud? I just need to. Okay. So, um, so I agree, Raccoon Boy. We should do Cards Against Humanity at some point. Is it Gardic Phone? Okay, yeah, we'll do a better one than this one next time, but this is kind of amusing though. Who's this now? We got Jonas again. Oh. Huh. But now. All right. Big Braden got that real fast. Right, 6 Amper Tyrannus. Mayflower Kid, suck it. Oh, I know what this is. What? I said hot air balloon. Oh, I spelled it wrong. Never mind. I forgot the second O. All right, well, that's stupid. All right, next we got Braden. What, Mayflower Kid? How the hell did you get that? Oh my god, it's literally just a square. No wonder you didn't keep drawing, Braden. Okay. Well, well, that was easy. I mean, obviously, I should. Okay. Okay. Oh. Right. That is an LSD. That's LSD. Just kidding. Goodness. How did you get that, sir? Okay. Oh. Oh, god damn it. Okay. Well, you know what? I will accept victory. 'Cause I'm an asshole. All right, so there you go, guys. You know, we'll find a different version of this at some point. We'll find a different. It was a very good drawing. That was a good drawing. We'll find a better version of this at some point. That was actually rather fun. Okay, I thought it was fun, but I need a better version of it. Let's do because that didn't go kind of like I sort of wish it to. Let's play. You want to play Food Guesser real fast? Let's just play Food Guesser once because I really like Food Guesser, and then we'll see where that leaves us. Okay. All right. All right, guys, ready for this? Oh, I'll find a much better version of that game. Hey, and thank you guys. No one did anything super inappropriate. I had to hold myself back, but I did. That way no one did. All right. Choo choo. Okay. So this is cottage cheese, butter, caraway seeds, baking soda. What's wrong, Mad Side Guy? Baking soda, salt, white pepper, garlic, paprika, and optional cumin. What the hell are all these weird symbols y'all are putting up? What happened? What's going on? Dolly Boy's doing it too. What the hell's happening? Is there a revolt happening? Okay, where do we think this is from? What do we think this is from? He said the cannonball looked like a dick for a second. That's about it, though. Anyone know what this is? Do you guys not want to play this? Do you guys not want to play this? No one. What is happening? Is there a revolt? Oh, we're on a hype train. Oh, that's cool. We're on a hype train. Better keep that train away from East Palestine, Ohio. It might blow up in a fiery explosion and spread toxic chemicals all over the place. All right, AMA Gaming, how dare you hit me? So do you think this is the UK? Okay. We'll do the two. Why are you okay? You're all scaring me. I don't know what's happening over there. All right. It was not the UK. It's to the northeast of the UK. They're seizing the means of production. Obviously, I don't like this. I don't like this. I feel deeply uncomfortable. Okay. Yeah, Mayflower Kid. The other game is over. I don't think it had a set end. Or actually, I think it did, but it was just not working the way I would have liked it to. It was fun, but I'll find a better version, Mayflower Kid. Okay, he says northeast to south of the UK. Do we think it's like, I don't know, France? I don't know. We'll try France. I don't think it's France. It's not France. Northeast of France. Northeast of you all are making me anxious. What the hell is going on in this chat? I don't understand. I don't want. God damn it! I'm not gonna get this one. Austria. Up to the northeast of Austria, Poland. Yeah, it was Poland. Oh my God, I'm so glad I got that eventually. I got that with basically no help because all of you are a bunch of heathens and you're refusing to play the game that I'm forcing you to play with me. Okay? Yeah, Mayflower Kid doing it now too. How dare you? I don't even know what half of these emojis are. All I know is that I feel like I'm high on something and I'm like hallucinating, and maybe I am. I don't know. Dolly Boy says I'm trying. Well, try harder, Dolly Boy. We're all chill girls and divas and frogs and good boys. That is so disturbing, Weirdomorphous Blob. I feel like I'm tripping. Okay, that is an insanely Polish name, isn't it? Bruh moment. Halskoizia. All right. So this is Silesian cheese. This country is not Poland. It belongs to Germany. Sorry, that was a history joke. That is a history joke. Actually, when I visited Germany, it was kind of funny because some of the maps there didn't have a border between Germany and Poland. I'm not even joking. Okay, next round. That's okay. This red wine. What? Red wine, not colon, cola, ice, lemon slice, orange slice. This sounds American, doesn't it? Or am I wrong? Does it sound, or is it Italian? It might be Italian. Oh, wait, no, it's Spanish, right? Because this is Spanish. I'm gonna try Spain, because isn't sangria Spanish? God, you're all making me I'm gonna start hallucinating. Yep, it was Spain. Yay! Oh, I thought it was sangria, but it was just Calimoxto. I don't know what that is. Moving on. Oh God, this is European. Lamb, cabbage, black peppercorns, wheat flour, water, salt. You know, what the hell? Outer Signal, you're entering chat and you're like contributing to this madness. I'm going to send all of you antipsychotic medication. I think you need it. All right. Thank you, Jonas. Scotland. You think Scotland? So the UK? You think Ireland? Okay, you know what? I'll try Ireland first out of respect for my Irish brothers and sisters. Might as well. Outer signal. Might as well. No, it is not. Let's try Norway. Hey, it was Norway. Where's Drusilla? Right? Drusilla. I wish Drusilla was here. She would be able to see that we finally got a new Norwegian one. It is a good guess. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I know it was a good guess. Thank you. I know. Matt Saigai causing a rebellion in chat. This one, corn masa, salt water, queso fresco, chorizo, potato. This is so Mexican. No one clipped that. That made me sound like a racist. But okay, you know what? This is like the most Mexican thing I've ever seen. Let's try Mexico. It might not be Mexico, but I feel like it's Mexican. Yep, it's Mexico. Moleta. Dolly boy, don't you dare look at me that way. All right. You have to understand, folks, in the US, the word Mexican is often used in a derogatory way, even though it's just a descriptive. They'll be like, look at them Mexicans over there. So, like, that's why I'm like, I should not even though they are Mexicans. Anyway, it's like the word Jew. You know how, like, when you say the word Jew, it can sound derogatory almost because a lot of times it's used in a negative context. People, racist, will use it too, but okay. This one, I don't know what this is. This is potatoes, bamboo shoots, lentils, turmeric, chili, cumin, garlic, ginger, onions. There you go, Bromo. They are of Hispanic descent. Tomatoes, oil, black-eyed peas, salt, cilantro, mustard oil, green chili, lemon juice. You think that this is China? I don't know about that. I don't know if I believe you, Jonas. I don't know if I believe you. I'd eat it too, but I don't know if it's China. You think Thai? Mm, I don't know. What do we think? You think USA? Okay, I'm gonna go with Doug. Let's do USA, United States. Ice cold, ice cold. It is not. Northwest of the USA, all the way around the world. Maybe it's Australia? No, I want to be Australia. Maybe it is China. I'll try China. I'll go with what Jonas said. Oh, it does border China, southwest of China. Okay, we'll try Vietnam. Nope. Let's try Thailand. Oh, wait, they don't actually. No, of course they don't border that. Maybe it is. I'll try India. It is. No, oh, it was Nepal. Oh, god damn it. Well, we got that one wrong. That's the second time we've gotten one completely wrong. It was Nepal. Bruh moment, I should have listened to you. I should have listened to you, bruh moment. I'm so sorry. My chat here is just and I do mean mine. You belong to me, all of you. And you're not contributing to the good of the community, all right? You're all counter-revolutionary. You're all counter-revolutionary to the socialist spirit. I'm going to send you to a gulag. Okay, we need to be doing this together. I mean, okay. All right. Fine. All right, final score. Final score. How dare you, Dolly Boy? All right, well that was shit. We just got a super foodie. That's crap. Okay, that's great. You're a loser, Matt Saigai. All right. So are you, Dolly Boy. How dare you call me a tanky? All right. The Great Purge is incoming. Exactly, Weird Amorphous Blob. Exactly. All right, I'm putting all your names on a list. Here comes the NKVD. All right. So Outer Signal, I think it's like the second or third time we haven't been geniuses. And this is very reflective of the fact that I was the one mainly doing it by myself, thus revealing that I am only a genius when all of you are helping me, which is both irritating that none of you help me and also very depressing because it proves that I'm not as bright as I thought I was. Exactly, Matt Saigai. So I would like to say it could be Gay Santa Raccoon. You never know. So I'd like to blame all of you, and I'd like to feel shame for this. And I want you all to know that I'm a loser without all of you. That's accurate. I'm a loser without all you. Oh, there you go, Jonas. It looks like the Illuminati are coming. All right, so what time is it? We've been going for. You know what, Matt Sega? I think we want to. Uh, Mayflower Kid. I'm gonna find a better version of that game. That one was kind of. It was didn't work the way I wanted it to. Let's put it that way. Because you all could see the answers. I need a way to put up on screen. Let's do this. I'm going to. What time is it? Matt Sega, we'll do that video tomorrow. Let's see here. Yeah, I've been going for. So I'm going to go now, folks. I'm going to put my face up. Well, here, I'll go in a second. We've done everything that we should have done. Okay. And I'll try to set up Jackbox games. Oh, all right. All right, folks. So, all right, folks. Excuse me. I didn't mean to burp there. That was kind of gross. I'm conspiring for your defeat. I believe you. Why are you sound so passive aggressive? You sound so passive aggressive, Dolly boy. And when you say bye, like, okay, whatever, bye. And then Mayflower Kid's like, fine, and then shows an image of like a person running, and then Outer Signal puts up an image of like two snapping fingers. What am I, a waiter at your local, I don't know, Red Lobster or something? Okay. Not that you have to, but if you want to try games like, okay, goodbye and sweet dreams. I'm not going to bed. Yeah, I know you're Jonas. You're going to bed, okay? AMA Gaming, don't you dare say I'm triggered. I am not triggered, okay? All right. Everyone ready? Everyone ready for this? I will only be there for some time tomorrow. Good game, CR. You'll only be there for some time tomorrow, Matt Saigai. We can hold off. We can hold off, Matt Saigai, we can wait to watch it when you're here, Matt Saigai. We could wait till Monday. We could wait till Tuesday. Okay. What does that mean, Matt? Like I said, do you want me to hold off until Monday? Because we can wait till you're here. Oh, of course. Of course. What do you mean? So yes, we should do that. Okay. I'm being sarcastic. Okay. I got you. Okay. So, but you will be here tomorrow, right, Matt Sagai, so we can watch the video? All right. Okay. Everyone ready? You all know what I'm about to say. I'm actually very tired now. I don't know why. You all wore me out with that nonsense. First of all, free Palestine. Free Palestine. Second of all, don't stop resisting. Okay. See what other people are saying. Don't get caught in an information silo. That includes when you watch me. I'm not perfect. I make mistakes. I do. Oh, thank you. Whoever sent that. Thank you. Thank you very much. Do not make mistakes. Okay. Do not make mistakes. Jesus. I make mistakes. See what other people are saying. Don't get caught in an information silo. I am not perfect. We are in a fascist moment. Fascism thrives in an environment where people have lost faith in their democratic institutions. We need major reforms in this country. You cannot stand in the center. If you stand in the center, the fascists will walk all over you. Do not let them walk all over you. Mithril, or Mayflower Kid, or Matt Saigai, or Bra Moment, or Jonas, or Dolly Boy, or anyone else. Weirdmorphous Blob, Big Braden, etc. Don't let them walk all over you. AMA Gaming, don't let them walk all over you. Okay. Do not make mistakes, right, Dolly Boy? How dare you, Dolly Boy? All right. And on the wall behind me is a sword. The name of that sword is Chainbreaker. Chainbreaker is thought to have been responsible for the death of 7 slave owners. And I almost said slave owners have been passed down in my family for generations. Whoops. Actually, that might be maybe sometime in the past. That might be true. Anyway, the Chainbreaker has been passed down in my family for many years. It is thought to have been responsible for the death of several slave owners. Why do I have it back there? I have it back there to remind everyone that our ancestors made some major sacrifices for the things we have today. We cannot let their sacrifice go to waste, folks. Please, 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 do not let their sacrifice go to waste, and always, always, always fight for a better future. Oh my goodness! And on that note, folks, you're all adorable. You're all so cute. I love you all. You're the best. You're like those little Tamagotchis. You know, like those old little Tamagotchis. Do you know what I'm talking about? Oh, I was gonna like click the feed button and the little. Anyway, I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm losing my mind. Okay. You all have a good rest of your day. I will see you again tomorrow for our Saturday stream. Be there. Be there or be square. All right. Be there, be square, or whatever the phrase is. Love you all very much. See you then. And bye-bye. Join our Discord.